Concluded yesterday with Alabama quarterback Bryce Young going number 1 to the Carolina Panthers. The San Francisco 49ers did not have a pick in round 1. They'll make their first pick today in round 3. And in other NFL notes, Lamar Jackson finally got the bag.
But for the next 5 years, it's a lot of flock going on. Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to light up M&T for the next 5 years, man. Let's get it.
You can read more about Jackson's new deal and also whether or not the 49ers have been having trade talks around quarterback Trey Lance right now at SactownSports.com. And as a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Bing. Let's do a free spot for a search engine. Brought to you by Bing. Good morning. It is a Friday. But Jason Ross, it's a strange Friday.
How so?
Well, normally, this is my favorite show of the week, favorite day of the week. It's the start of the weekend, Friday fun and games.
Yeah.
Everything's just, the day goes a little quicker and we're on to the weekend. But there's a little part of me, I've never done this, but did you ever have to read Tale of Two Cities when you were in school? The Darwin Dickens book. Anyway, basically this guy gets hanged at the end, right?
Oh, spoiler.
He says the whole, like, it's a far, far better rest I go to than I've ever gone before. It's a whatever. But how he felt as he was the morning of his execution.
Okay.
There's a part of me that feels that way too. Not that I, of course, or any of us will be executed. At least I hope not on an execution Friday. But we could be waking up tomorrow morning and the Sacramento Kings basketball season is over.
Could be.
And gone until October.
Right.
October.
Or
exactly.
Yeah.
Or it could be, we could be going into tonight and getting ready to experience a top 5 all-time, and I mean, I'm just saying top 5 is a generality.
Yeah.
Sacramento Kings moment.
Right.
And you don't know which way it's going.
Correct.
I know that sometimes, like, if you go to a show, a concert, anything that, like, you can pay extra for, like, to sit close or the dinner or something. I wish I could pay extra for, like, the win. Like, I want that experience tonight.
I think everybody would do that. Everybody would chip in a GoFundMe for the city to get a guaranteed win.
Could we just do that? We're good at hashtags usually and other things. Could we just put together, like, buy
a win?
Right. Just bribe the NBA cares.
Hey, I would say this is definitely a community that is very conspiracy based.
Yes.
And in the past, on the wrong side of the conspiracy, the league wants 7 games, and you know that. Well, if these games have all been as highly rated as they have been, would not the Kings be on the right side of the conspiracy then if they want a 7th game?
A gajillion %.
Yeah. So if there's the conspiracy people out there, the league would love to have a game 7, a Sunday, 12:30, Golden One Center. Put the fix in.
You know what? Let's make up for game 6.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. We've had enough time to heal the wounds.
Even it out. Yep. And that doesn't even give us, it doesn't even give us the series. It just gives us a game 7.
Yeah. How do you do it? How do we make that happen? Curry's in foul trouble within like 2 minutes?
Picks up 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes.
Opening tip. Like, he wasn't even he was in the backcourt. Yeah, but
off arm.
Flagrant 2.
Those of us, all of us in this room that know our Kings history, know that there's an urban lore in the past, specifically against the LA Lakers, where maybe or maybe not a Kings fan did actually try to have an effect on the series. You guys know where I'm going?
Yes, 100% no.
Oh, I'm not advocating that at all. I'm just saying I've always wanted to know if it was true.
I think it was.
You think it was? We're, of course, speaking of the late Kobe Bryant when he ate the fateful cheeseburger.
I just want you to think about this, okay? It's Kobe Bryant. And by the way, I don't think it was a cheeseburger. Wasn't it the cheesecake that?
Oh, it was a cheeseburger.
Well, I know he had the cheeseburger, but
Right.
there was also Cheesecake Gate.
Oh, I always thought it was. I never heard of cheesecake.
It was just the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it like room temperature cheesecake
Oh.
also had a really bad effect? Like,
You have a good brain for this stuff, so it makes me naturally think twice. But that's the first time in my life I've heard anything about a cheesecake. I always thought it was a cheeseburger.
I've definitely heard the Kobe
Yeah,
burger.
yeah.
That is a real thing. But there was also he also had some room temperature cheesecake.
Plus, if I don't even know, the Warriors are here, right? Or are they? They're not
they're
driving that, or they're home. Duh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that.
Chef
Well,
Curry.
you never know.
Oh, that's a good point.
Someone that is born and raised in Sacramento, diehard Kings fan, works at a local establishment down there,
Also, a lot of Kings
like
fans
Jack in the Box.
going. Yes, because I'm sure that's where
Hey, who doesn't like the two tacos?
Hey, the munchie meal.
I've
Give it to
heard
me.
Clay, big jumbo jack guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You think Clay's going to drive?
Maybe redirect his boat.
Yeah. Is he going to boat to the game tonight?
Yeah.
He should. He
That's
has the weather for it.
That's honestly one of my favorite things. Like he actually will boat to change.
You know what?
And then what do they do with the boat? Do they have special player parking
For sure.
for the boat?
By the way, you know what I hope happens to him in that boat?
Uh.
Sunburn.
I was like, whoa, where's this going?
Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
Because we don't advocate anything bad.
No, the league actually I just got the note alert.
Yeah.
The league has reviewed the Draymond stomp on Sabonis, and actually he gets another game.
Gets another. Well, is that a good thing though?
Well,
They beat us. Yeah.
They also beat us with him.
Well,
they have to tie their shoes together.
for the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that'd be great. Okay, all right. We can if everything was fine, but Steph Curry had to play the entire game in dress shoes with laces, but dress shoes, do the Kings win?
No.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would like to find out which one of you is right tonight. Let's have Steph play the second half in dress shoes.
What, you don't want the challenge?
Could you not?
You want to be, there's the flu game,
Yeah.
there's dress shoe game.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, Steph.
The flu game, there's a shoe game.
Get it together.
Come on, Steph.
Try to.
Thought you were good.
Maybe try being a legend once in a while.
Michael Jordan would have done it in Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
You know what? He probably would. It was funny when I heard that Giannis quote that, everyone's falling in love with. Michael Jordan lost 9 other seasons, didn't win a championship. Is that a failure? I'm like, if you asked Michael, he would probably say it's a failure.
That was honest to God. When I saw the Giannis clip, which we didn't get to yesterday, we should today just for funsies. That was literally the first thing I thought.
Okay, so same. I'm like,
the first thing while the clip was running, I was like, well, Michael would be like, yeah, it's a failure if we don't win a championship.
Even on the Wizards, he probably thought the season was a failure.
Again, that doesn't, and we'll get into it. It doesn't make one. I really enjoyed Giannis's answer.
Sure.
I mean, here's the thing. You're talking to a guy that used to sell watches on the streets in Athens and ate one meal a day.
Context matters, right?
You know who's not going to think getting out in the first round is a failure? Giannis. Just again, it's context. It's one of those things. Anyway. By the way, this whole monitor situation it's just bothering the heck out of me. I don't know how Nick was able to get through his show with the monitor. I know I put the kibosh on the feud until after the playoffs, and I don't want to break that.
Oh, but then is it on?
Feel like you reignited it yesterday.
I didn't.
This is your request?
My request. Well, actually, we're not allowed to use laptops anymore.
Okay, do you want to tell everyone why?
No.
Okay.
So we're not allowed to use laptops now, which may or may not have been because my laptop sent out like 50,000 emails.
You literally shut down the internet.
Not on purpose.
But only this happens to you, by the way. Nobody else would have happened.
On 2 different laptops, by the way. And so everyone's going to think I'm going to porn sites, and I don't. I don't know what it was.
Well, not at work, at least.
So now we can't use that, so I wanted another screen. And Nick doesn't like the two screens. He said he couldn't see the TV. And like, again, I don't want to start anything. I just this is, you know what? Maybe this is an olive branch. I'm going to offer an olive branch.
Oh.
No, I don't. The playoff time, no feuding. I don't like Jason being in the middle of the whole thing. It's just not right. He gets stressed out about it.
Totally stressed.
So here's my olive branch. When you're 5'4" and you pick the tiniest chair in the building to sit in, because this is how Nick does the show. Look at his YouTube. Hi, hey, Nick Cattle's here, and Boston Kings, and Boston Celtics and Kings. That's how he does the show. So, oh my God, I can't see the TVs right now because Nick is literally, he's resting his chin.
Are you falling?
He's resting his chin on the table. And then, I can't see the TV. King Dave got the monitors, and I can't see the damn TVs. Hey, Simone, like, I get that. But
what accent was that?
I don't know. That's my attempt at a Boston. Well, she doesn't even have a Boston accent. But I'm the tallest guy at the station, and I use a big kid's chair. And look, and I know, and honestly, and I did put some thought into this. I was like, oh, does Nick not want to do that? Is it because, like, does he have a boiler or something, and he doesn't want it a camera level? No, Nick's in good shape. I got a bigger belly than he does. It's not that. I don't know. Use the big chair. I think what I need to do.
I'm going to come in and test that because I'm like 4 inches taller than Nick. But
yeah,
it's good.
Nick. I think Nick's the shortest guy at the station, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
It's either him or Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie's kind of.
Yeah, but yeah, Frankie's got guns.
Just saying, I'm trying to help. I'm going to leave. Do we have any masking tape, like the white masking tape? I'm going to put a big X on this chair that says Nick's chair, and maybe to help.
Yeah, we have a bunch in the hallway.
We have a lot. Cindy's got some downstairs, and I'll put it in there. And look, all the TVs are in full view. It's amazing what happens. Either way, I don't want to get lost on that, even though I spent the last 3 minutes doing that. There's a big game tonight. And you know what I don't want to see? I don't want to see the Kings on that dumb fishing graphic.
Oh, yeah.
Jay also just very sternly said we have to go to break, but wasn't that
the second time I've done it?
Was it the second? I didn't hear you say it the first time.
You couldn't hear me when you were down on your knees?
I couldn't. No, that's why.
Easy.
All right, when we come back, where's Christopher Lott? Hopefully he's not up this early. Big game tonight. Sacramento Kings, Game 6, leading off right after this.
Sactown Sports wants to congratulate Kings head coach Mike Brown for being the first coach to unanimously win the NBA Coach of the Year award.
100 first place votes, first time ever. Wow. A unanimous decision.
Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm really appreciative of being in Sacramento. The fans, the city has been fantastic.
How will Coach Brown lead the Kings during the playoffs?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com to find out.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in Radio Land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Art Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Art Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized art support, fitting, and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Hey, did you guys know there's boosters on these chairs? You can put them up and down?
Yeah.
All right, so this is my level. Okay.
Okay.
Working on radio, and then
Hey, be careful, though. You had a quick...
I'm slowly going down. Taking a long... Now... There you go.
There you go.
And now I'm Nick Cattle.
Yeah.
Now I'm Nick.
Can you see the TV?
I can't see the TVs. This is terrible. But look at that. I'm just going to boost up all the chairs.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Good morning. I haven't even said good morning to the YouTubes.
Oh. Good
morning, YouTubes. How are you? Hey, I've noticed, by the way, Jay, I wonder how you feel about this, and then we'll get right into it because we're doing a lot of station business first. It's a day, if you haven't noticed, like I get extra ADD when I'm nervous, and that's kind of how I apologize to everyone. I'm going to be even more weird today just because I'm what are we, 11 hours?
Yeah. Tip off. Yeah.
It's also weird too, right? The stupid tip-off Lakers. You couldn't win. You couldn't beat Memphis Lakers because that was the thing, right?
You think it would be better to be at 7:30? Or does it matter?
I guess it really does.
Actually, I think like even Steph had to say it the other day, hey, make sure you're in your seats by 5. Like, I think that's going to be a little bit of an issue at the very beginning of the game for their fans.
I'm glad you said that because I heard something yesterday I thought I'd share with you guys. And I apologize. I hate it when people do this, but I think the story's worth the lame part of the story. I hate it when people say, I want to tell you something, but I can't tell you who. I'll tell you two off the air. I can't. But I heard, and it was corroborated, that so there are a bunch of different lounges, right, at Golden One Center. And there's like the Row One Club, which is like, I don't know, like the Caddyshack Country Club, like music playing, and like, would you like prime rib or crab leg? Like that's for the people who sit in the seats whose feet are on the floor. They call it on the wood. You're on the floor, Row One. That's the super exclusive. Well, the really exclusive one is Vivek's like private lounge, but you know what I'm saying. Then you have Assembly and Rush, and I don't know which order those are as far as whatever. But the second highest and probably the most popular lounge is the Lexus Lounge.
Okay.
So I heard a story yesterday, and I had it corroborated. I will not say which ex-Sacramento King, but that there was an ex-Sacramento King who was definitely pre-gaming, who I don't know how, I couldn't get the time right. Might have been 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5, whatever. You got to understand in the lounge, it's, people are just kind of doing their thing. They're eating, who just went, can I have your attention? And did the whole, hey, I need your attention. And when this person speaks, you listen. And I don't know what the verbiage was, but then proceeded to give a mini speech about how he needed everyone to get out in their seats now and not hang out and drink the free beer and wine, that they needed to be in their seats for the start of the game. And apparently most people listened. And it's honestly one of the cool things, like, good for you,
former king
that I won't name because you haven't given me permission to, but you probably should because you're a stud for that. So, yeah, tonight at Chase Center, Steph said it, 5 o'clock, be in your seats, dude.
Be ready to go.
I don't know how that's going to look at first.
I don't either. I mean, even last Sunday, game 4, I thought it was a very late arriving crowd. Now, by the end, it was not even by the end, but shortly into the first quarter, it was full and it was loud and all that stuff. But yeah, it'll be a little bit of a challenge Friday in the city, 5 o'clock.
I'm saying leave now. If you're not already down there.
I'll be leaving soon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
When are you going to leave?
About 11:30. Yeah.
Good for you. I'll tell you who will not be leaving to get seated is the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah. They battled.
They did.
They had their chances in the fourth quarter yesterday.
They could have gone out quietly. They didn't. They really melted. Did you watch the end of that game?
I did.
I don't know that I've ever seen. They were in Coffin Corner when they were in a position to inbound where it just
they just kept throwing it off.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart and then Horford. I'm like, what are we doing here? The game will end if we do this 45 more times.
They had Trae Young at first.
Yeah.
Who's 4'2".
Throwing it off Marcus Smart's. Yeah.
Yeah. And he just hucked it right off.
My bad.
Marcus.
Sorry, we're good, right? Not really.
No, not really.
Stop it.
He kept just chucking it off of Marcus Smart. And then they finally, I don't know who they brought in, but they brought in somebody taller.
And then he threw it off Horford.
And then he threw it. Yeah. And then they finally inbound the ball
throw it away.
and throw it completely across. It was an absolute, I don't want to say necessarily just a meltdown by the Hawks at the end. It was also the Celtics just put the clamps
Started
on.
hitting threes, yeah.
Yeah, because we're at the point, I was thinking, if Atlanta wins this, they go back to Boston. And somehow we're able to pull out a game 7. Oh, my God, are the Sixers the favorites now to at least make the finals? Yeah, they are. And now it's actually, because the Bucks, lost it's this way, or it would have been anyways. But, sort of fortunately, unfortunately, now your matchup now, Celtics Sixers, to me, that's your Eastern Conference.
Absolutely.
Finals.
That's what a lot of people will feel like, right?
And that sounds, it's probably, don't doubt Jimmy Butler and the Heat. I get that. But these with the Bucks out, this is 1 versus 3, and it'll be a very interesting. I'm very curious to see I'm very interested in that series.
Yeah.
Because my head tells me Boston's just going to roll through them. Because I don't like the Sixers. I don't respect the Sixers. However.
Yeah, I think this is a series.
I think you're
big
right.
time.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
This will be a knockout, drag out. The strength that Philly has. They always seem to lose to obviously they want to win, but I just feel like there's so much extra motivation.
We're going to take a break. If you missed Sam Amick yesterday, we will hear from him next. We'll re-rack that for you all. Here's what we got coming up today. We're going to do a lot of Game 6 stuff. We'll talk about the Kings practice yesterday, feeling really good. At least that was the word around. Everybody's thing was the Kings are loose.
Yep.
Which, what are they going to do? Be like, I don't want to play. So we'll talk about all that. We'll preview the heck out of this game as well. Sam Amick, though, said a lot of great things yesterday. It was a wonderful conversation with him. We'll re-rack that after this.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about ACR Solar and Home Services. ACRsolar.com is the website to check out to find out all the different things that they have to provide for you. Go there, check it out, make that one of your weekend plans. Look at it. What do you need done for your home? It's almost like an all-inclusive one-stop shop once you check out what ACR Solar Home Services can do for you. For us, it was a roof. We needed a brand new roof. We talked to them. We met with them, and they were the right company for us. They could do the very same for you. Our roof looks amazing. The curb appeal, the peace of mind, all the thing as a homeowner that you want when you take on a big project like that. And to see it firsthand, to watch them work, professionals, the craftsmanship, all the things. It was amazing in a timely fashion. Once we communicated and got everything on schedule last summer, we've got the new roof. And thank goodness, with all the elements that we had to go through this winter, we're in good shape. And we will as the temperatures warm up for the summer and then back through the cycle again. And that's what you need, your roof for year after year after year. You have to trust it. You have to, have a lot of faith in it, and we do, which is so, so great. So check them out. Go to acrsolar.com.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you find the right customers, spread awareness of your product or services. We can help build trust in your brand and services with a digital marketing campaign, increase leads, and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing campaigns that deliver results. Don't wait. Get started today. Contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040. That's 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
O'Reilly. Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery needs to be replaced, our professional parts people can help you find the best Superstart battery for your vehicle and budget. Don't wait. Get your battery tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Capital Casino back with indoor gaming and dining located inside at 411 North 16th Street, downtown Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
We do love Sam Amick. He is driving. I assume he's taking children to school. I could be wrong, but from The Athletic joining us right now, Sam Amick, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Yes, a little hectic on the home front this morning, but apologies. We're good.
Yeah, you know what? You're making it happen. We appreciate you. We're gonna settle in for an extended conversation with you, Sam, and I want to start because we're going to have plenty of time to go over last game. I want to start by going back to game 4 and a game that the Kings had at their fingertips, the Harrison Barnes corner 3, back rim, and the storyline behind that, had he been able to make that in San Francisco in front of his ex-teammates. I'm setting this up in a very long way because I want to go back. If you guys haven't read it, go back to last week. I want to say Wednesday, maybe before that. And there's a link to Sam's conversation with Harrison Barnes going into this whole thing. And Sam, I wanted to compliment you because, you know, we screw around and we're buddies and all that fun stuff, but it's honestly one of the best back and forths I've seen from a journalist to a player in a long time. Nobody is more professional than Harrison Barnes, and part of that professionalism means you're going to get beneath the surface a tiny bit, but you're not getting way down there. And Harrison's a tough nut to crack. And Sam was going back and forth, Jason, with Harrison on the history with Draymond Green, and without being aggressive, without being disrespectful, just being conversational. Sam kept kind of pushing the envelope a little bit, even when Harrison kind of tried to move on. And he finally got out of Harrison. Maybe I'll go on his podcast, kind of an admission that there was an issue. Tip of the cap, Sam, and that adds into the drama of game 4. But tip of the cap to you. I really that's some of the best journalism I've seen in the sport in a while, and you did a good job, kid.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, you're right that he's a tough nut to crack. And, you know, honestly, we talked about it offline. It was partly just the product of the benefit of having been around for a while. And I've been around the Warriors a lot, and telling him that I have personal memories of the media day in 2016 when Harrison had chosen not to sign his Warriors extension, and Draymond popped his head into the press conference around reporters and kind of needled him a little bit and said, hey, make sure you guys ask him about all that money he turned down. Like, there was a lot of history there, and I was a little pleasantly surprised when he pulled the curtain back a little bit. You know, not the whole way, but then fast forward to game 4, I think you're right. Obviously, the way the series is tracking right now, that missed 3 is going to be one of the more fascinating kind of what-if components of this matchup. And to be honest, not to go, backwards too much, but I think for me, what I'll always also remember is the idea that, I mean, it's a great story if he hits the shot. It's a tough story with him missing it. I think that, he probably shouldn't even have taken it. The whole thing where, Mike Brown was calling for 1-4 flat. Harrison came to get the screen and kind of broke what they were doing a little bit. I think I will always wonder, could De'Aaron have just ISO'd it and won the ball game? And that's sports, right? We'll never know.
Sam, you mentioned in there about the amount of time you spent covering this Warrior team, and you have, because obviously they've been going deep into these playoffs for so many years into the finals. I'm curious, in this series, at any point, or maybe in any time in this run, do you ever sense that team maybe even if it's privately, certainly not going to do it publicly, ever any cracks in their confidence? Because, I mean, this one you're down 0-2 and it's early in a series, and that game 3, they don't have Draymond, they don't have Peyton, yet they say all the right things. We just have to go home and take care of business and find a way to win a game in Sacramento. Well, they've checked all those boxes again, and now they've got control of the series, and they've been other series where they've had to do this. Have you ever found yourself in a time around the Warriors where you sense that team doesn't fully have that confidence?
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly been moments, you know, I mean, the Cavs series in particular, I mean, LeBron was such a force during those matchups that there were times when you could tell before the Warriors, you know, got over on them in 2015 that it was like, you know, he was kind of the king, no pun intended, and they had to gain that confidence. And now, what strikes me about this series and what I do think means that the Kings are in big-time trouble here is that game one, which to the Kings' credit, they get it and they get game two. But, you know, game one for the Warriors, that confidence element, I think, was impacted, if nothing else, because they had not seen Andrew Wiggins on a game floor for a couple of months. And Wiggins coming back, you know, even though they lose the game, you know, looking, you know, basically like himself. I think he had 17 points in that game, but defensively doing some good things. You could see, like, oh boy, like the Kings better try to end this thing quickly, because if the Warriors have their group, like, because let's not forget, context-wise, they've only had a successful run with Andrew Wiggins of about 18 months. You know what I mean? If you talk about when he really started to emerge and ascend and look like the guy that was going to shed that Minnesota skin from before and be a championship ball player, and then he was fantastic in the finals. Them getting Wiggins back to me is a big-time deal. And then, again, look at game 5 and look at what Wiggins is giving you. Big-time shots. You know, De'Aaron Fox coming off screens and seeing Wiggins defensively, and it's just a hell of a task. So they have it back now. You know, post-game guys, you know, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson up on the podium together. I found myself watching Klay in particular because Draymond was doing most of the talking. He was getting most of the questions. And Klay, more than ever in this series, just sat there with, like, he's nodding, you know, in affirmation at every question that he agrees with. He's shaking his head defiantly to every question he doesn't agree with. He had this, like, confidence and this swagger kind of oozing through him, where I'm looking at Klay going, oh boy, these guys found their stride. And I think they look like they're back right now.
Sam Amick of The Athletic with us. We've been very clear, because I think it's more important to lose with grace. Everybody can win with, you know, whatever. It's easy to win. All credit to the Warriors, and no excuses. Just simply a question for you. De'Aaron Fox was 0 of 6 in the fourth quarter with 2 turnovers. This is a clutch player of the year. He was clearly bothered by that finger, I think somewhere near the mid-third. When you look at last night and you look at that situation, is it fair for Kings fans to truly have a what-if thought in their head?
I think to a degree, yeah. I mean, the quick counter, of course, is that everybody's dealing with something. But, you know, like, if you compare it to the Warriors, I'm trying to think, like, I don't know of any, like, pretty significant injuries that they're looking at right now. Gary Payton II still clearly deals with his core stuff a little bit, but he's out there really impactful in game 5. So, you know, the Warriors are getting health right now. The Kings got it most of the season. But I think it's fair because Fox did look impacted. The Warriors are definitely not rolling their eyes, but kind of shrugging at that subplot because, you know, to them it's just like, we play who we play and we beat you. And somebody brought up De'Aaron's hand to Klay and Draymond. And Klay, I don't know if you guys saw this, he actually, that's one of those questions that he definitely shook his head at in disagreement. And he even, it wasn't like he was mocking De'Aaron, but he gave like a mimic left-handed jumper. And Klay, if you guys are not aware, is not left-handed.
Yeah, right. Right.
So like that was his way of saying that stroke looked pretty smooth to him. And so they wanted to take pride in the job they did on him in the fourth quarter. And I have no problem with that. But, you know, then you look around the NBA and it's like, you know, go talk to Steve Ballmer and his Clippers about health. Yeah. You know, go talk to the Bucks, you know, who just got absolutely embarrassed. But Giannis misses most of that series because of health, and that's a big-time deal. So that is the hard part about the playoffs. It also makes it more remarkable what the Warriors have done for these past 10 years. And, with that kind of context, because, they've won damn near half the time, which is incredible.
In a series that has so many names from what the Warriors have done in the past, certainly some emerging names here with All-Stars and Sabonis and Fox. Sam, a guy like Kevon Looney seems to mean the world just as a person to the Warriors when they talk about him, just kind of he doesn't have the fire of Draymond and the splash of like Steph or Clay, but just kind of how he brings that whole group together. And then what he's done with Sabonis, your thoughts on what he's done and just is that classic, like, I don't know where he gets picked if this thing is all drafted, but the role of him on this team seems to be perfect.
I mean, it's perfect. It's, you talk about little things, the butterfly effect, I guess, or more so just the ripple effect of choices that get made. The Warriors go into last offseason with some pretty tough choices because the luxury tax was out of control for them. They end up losing Gary Payton II at the time to Portland, Otto Porter, goodbye, players like that. But they do hold on to Kevon Looney on, I think it's a 3-year, $25 million deal, which is like, you watched that game last night. And, if playoffs are supposed to matter more than anything, like, he looked like a $30 million player to me. Like, I know I'm being a little hyperbolic, but like, in terms of value in this particular series, if you take Looney out, even with Draymond, like, Sabonis is going to eat you alive. Well, guess what? Looney had Sabonis' number. That's just all there is to it. He's got him on the glass. He's actually doing some distributing. I forget how many assists he ended up with last night. It is a brutal matchup for this Kings team. If you had to pick, kind of a guy who got in the Kings' way more than anybody in this series, I'd probably pick Kevon Looney. And that's that testament to what he's done, because this guy has had his own health history, a couple of years of issues where he couldn't get on the court. And then free agency market where his phone wasn't ringing. And now all of a sudden, the MVP of a series, in my opinion. So he's been fantastic.
Sam Amick with us. Mike Brown is a unanimous coach of the year. He deserves it, in my opinion, and a lot of others. Well, really everybody others, I guess. And, when teams start losing, sometimes people forget things, but that does not only does that not prevent people from criticizing, but I think it's also fair to question. So I'm going to ask you, I was shocked, actually. Kevin Huerter, Jason pointed this out to me, actually played only 16 minutes last night, 9 points in 16 minutes on 4 of 10 shooting. The real one there, Sam, this blew me away. Keegan Murray had 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting and 2 threes in the first quarter. He did not take another shot the rest of the game, and he played 35 minutes. How much of that to you is on the guys on the floor? Is any of that on Mike Brown?
I mean, it's political, but true answer is it's both, right? Did he address this post game? Because I was not at his press conference.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair question. I hope somebody asked. That one to me jumps out about last night, and there's times when I just think, like, these coaches have got to be at least somewhat accountable. The other night, Kevin Durant barely touches the ball in the fourth quarter of a Suns game. Monty Williams says, well, he was getting denied. Well, like he's Kevin Durant. Like, stop it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Keegan is obviously different. He's not Kevin Durant. You got to run stuff for him. You got to find him. That's even more so on the coach. So that is fair. The Huerter thing, I don't know, man. Like, I think if you're a Kings fan and you have concerns, big picture, not to, again, raise that kind of anxiety of the audience, but like, they've got to monitor, like, Sabonis needs to come out of this thing unscathed. I'm just going to be honest. Let's assume they lose. Unscathed from a spiritual standpoint within this group. Like, he can't be scapegoated internally at all in the kind of way that leaves a mark because, oh, by the way, he's a free agent 2 summers from now. Can sign an extension this summer. Huerter is a very important piece to what they do. It's a bad series for him. Him not playing a lot, like, there were times when he is giving them a little bit of other stuff, trying to defend, hitting the glass, getting his hand on balls. But this dude is a shooter and a scorer who is not scoring, and he had a couple of gritty buckets in there that you thought might get him going. But, they need him to be a big part of the program going forward. Harrison Barnes spent, 3/4 of the night being a total ghost. And you wondered if it was shook from game 4, had some ISO stuff late when they went to him and picked it up a little bit. But, and he's in a different situation, of course, because he's up this summer free agency wise. But I think the priority for the Kings now needs to be on 2 tracks. All they got to do is win 2 games. I know that sounds really ridiculous, but that's technically true. So sure, of course, try to get to the damn second round. But all the while, I don't know what form this takes or how exactly you do it, but they got to make sure that whole spirit and that culture internally, they got them to this point, it stays in a good place so that they take the lessons from this if they do lose and keep it moving in a productive, progressive kind of way.
Sam Amick of The Athletic joining us. Sam, I just want to follow up, and I really want to hone in on Domantas Sabonis because this has been a big part of the conversation of this series. He's in these quarterfinals, he's averaging 2 points less per game. His rebounds are pretty much the same. The big difference is the assists at 3, and his effective shooting percentage is not, it's about 10 points under what it was. So my question for you is this. The assists I'm willing to kind of put out there because I'm throwing that out, and maybe I'm being too nice because the guy's got to make the shots for the assists. And I'm willing to say that the Kings have shot so crappily in this series, especially from beyond the arc, that a lot of those in the regular season, that's 3 assists a game. He's right back at his average. So moving that aside, what is it that you're seeing other than Kevon Looney and the Warriors are playing great defense? Is there something you're seeing in Domantas that stands out where you're like, dude, you have to do more of this, or you have to do more of that, or they just simply have a good scheme on him?
I think it's the latter. They have a really good scheme on him. To me, the assists are the number one problem. I don't care that much about his scoring, what he averaged in the regular season, 17, 18. They are giving him all that space. Like Domantas Sabonis hitting mid-rangers. Again, he's not Kevin Durant either. He's not the mid-range assassin.
Right.
And they have dared him to shoot. And, last night he stepped up and made a couple, and the idea of being there, if you make a couple, now they got to come out a little bit and you can get back to doing what you do. But he has not found a comfort zone. The scheme is fantastic and not letting him off the hook, but if you literally scoured the NBA and said, let's do a power rankings of ideal big man defenders to go after Sabonis. Draymond and Kevon Looney would probably be in the top 5 in the entire league. And that is just, those are the breaks. And that is what it is. But it's that combo of him in space where, he's almost a better passer when he's getting pressed. But then, his cutters and his guys and his wings are just having a hard time getting free. So I know that they've created a ton of open threes. Mike Brown talked about it pregame. I've also I feel like I've learned a little bit about nuanced difference between, open threes and open threes that come within your system in rhythm and that are comfortable, familiar looks. And that is not what these are. For the most part, these are looks outside of the system that I think are causing hesitation, add in the playoff stage and the pressure, and they're just not shooting well. Because all year, as you guys know, it's guys. I always have this visual in my head with this Kings offense of it's like a Top Gun movie where you got jets just kind of circling everywhere and coming around Sabonis and then getting that ball and letting it fly. But it's in a flow, it's in rhythm. We haven't seen those moments but for a couple of minutes the entire series. What do we see all regular season where you look up and you're like, damn, they just dropped 20 in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? That has not happened. And it starts with Sabonis, but it's a collective thing.
That's Sam Amick of The Athletic, and a special double shot of Kings post-game / we didn't even get to Giannis. We didn't get to any awards, but you know what? Well, hopefully we don't have time for that next week as we prepare for Game 2 this round 2 series. Sam, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it, guys. Thank you.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
The summer's heating up with some of your favorite country stars at Lake Tahoe Outdoor Arena at Harvey's. Featuring country's biggest stars. Derek Bentley's Gravel and Gold Tour, Friday, August 4th. Sam Hunt's Summer on the Outskirts Tour, Sunday, August 13th. Darius Rucker's Starting Fires Tour, Saturday, August 19th. King Brown's Drunker Dreaming Tour, Thursday, August 31st. And Friday, September 1st. Don't miss these country all-stars plus more. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and ApeConcerts.com.
O'Reilly.
Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery needs to be replaced, our professional parts people can help you find the best Superstart battery for your vehicle and budget. Don't wait. Get your battery tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave telling you something you already know, which is your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new furnace or air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. All you got to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote now, today. Do it right now. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home. You don't have to have somebody come out and walk around your house and blah, blah, blah. Just do the quoting tool. It's so easy. AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. I absolutely love these folks. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
We got to respond. Missed opportunity here tonight, but it's first team to 4, and we still have life. Got to go in there and find a way to get a win. We bounced back all year. The 3-game losing streak. I don't know how many times it's happened to us this year, but I think we bounced back pretty well. Playing a really good team with all the confidence in the world. We're confident. We've been a really good road team all year. Good opportunity for this team to go in and get our first playoff on the road together as a group. We were close in game 4. We really went down to the wire, had a chance to win it. And, we'll play desperate, obviously. Season on the line, but we'll be ready.
Having a team like this, man, being all together, having HB, having Domas, having Fox, having Deli help us because he's been in a lot of situations like this. Having a coach like Mike Brown. So we all just rely on them.
Is that a difficult one to flush and move on from last night?
Yeah, but we got to because we play tomorrow at 5. So we just got to get that out of our heads and go win one and go state.
That was Kevin Herter, followed by Malik Monk. They're saying all the right things.
Absolutely.
They're saying all the right things, and I don't know what the alternative would be. We're scared.
Right. We're doomed.
We're doomed, and we don't think we're going to win. No, they're
not even going to show up.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the Chase Center popcorn.
Yeah.
No. Kings, Warriors tonight. And it may possibly be the final countdown.
By the way, Chase Center popcorn, mediocre.
Yeah, that's the rankings. There was a popcorn ranking a couple years ago.
Mediocre, man.
It's not that great. Best popcorn in the NBA I've had was in New Orleans. Weirdly enough, because they had a popcorn flavoring station with butter and then all kinds of spices and stuff. That's not where they're at, though, unfortunately. Nope, they're at Chase Center tonight. You're going to tip off just after 5 p.m. And they got the A team on this one. It is Friday night playoff basketball, Jason. There are 2 games tonight. Grizzlies, Lakers, that's at 7:30. That's in LA. The Lakers could close out Memphis. And then you have Kings, Warriors, of course, at 5 o'clock. And that is Mike Breen. That is Mark Jackson. And that is
just Mark Jackson.
And no Jeff Van Gundy.
I'm just saying Mark Jackson in general with these 2 teams playing, given recent and past history.
Yeah, who does he have more of a grudge against?
It's a treat.
First off, that's the A team.
Yeah.
Okay. And no offense to Mark or Doris, that's ABC's A team. I don't know the last time Mike Breen called a Kings game.
It's been a while.
Other than maybe working for the Knicks.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then on the other hand, I also, when I think of Mike Breen and then any announcer, I instantly go to what is their most recognizable call I can remember, and it's Steph Curry, Oklahoma City, bang, bang, bang.
Hopefully there's one of those for Fox late in the game.
I want some Fox bangs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. You know what? I'm rolling with it. I don't care. I want Kevin Huerter bangs.
Yeah.
I want Malik Monk bangs. I want a lot of Keegan Murray bangs.
She bangs.
Right? I sound like I'm a barber now.
You just want to bang from the whole gang.
I honestly just bang, 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 bang all night long.
Kings gang.
Kings gang. Thank you. And I don't care if you isolate that. I don't care. I'll live with that for the rest of my life because that's what I want to see out of Mike Breen tonight. I want to see 3-pointers falling. You know, it'd be so great tonight. Wouldn't it be great if the Kings had like an 18-point lead after 1?
Yes.
This is what I want. I want Dallas versus Phoenix in Game 7 in Phoenix last year.
It can happen, I guess.
I want Chase Center to be. I want Mike
Breen. Leave.
They're just done. I want Mike Breen at some point to say, and it is a library here in San Francisco.
Well, it looks like there'll be a Game 7.
Right.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr is waving the white towel. He's putting in, whoever.
Yeah.
I want to see Jonathan Kuminga play 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. No offense to him, but odds are if Kuminga and Moody are in the game together in the fourth, it's not going well.
Want Jermichael Green to go for 6 in the fourth
quarter,
leading the team.
We have 10 hours or so to dream about that, and damn it, it's like when you buy the lotto ticket. We're just gonna dream about
My
that.
turn.
Listen, I know we're getting you with the breaks, guys. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, a half hour of nonstop sports radio action. We're gonna start the top of the hour. If the Kings lose, I hate this segment. If the Kings lose tonight, let's talk about the season being a success. I will begrudgingly talk about this next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
Hashtag blame Simone. She forgot to appropriately dress baby Yoda today.
She was too busy taking all the compliments.
Yeah, telling people how big of a deal she is. Simone, like literally 3 women just walked up to Simone and like, oh, we listen to you guys every day. And then she's like, oh, but you're Simone though, right? And then Simone's like, oh yeah, that's Rami and Nick and that's Jay over there.
Yeah, you know, the guys. Cattles and Rami.
Yeah,
the Cattles and Rami show or whatever.
You're right.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Friday forecast starts out comfortably into the afternoon. Bright sunshine expected today, running a little warmer as highs will peak in the lower to mid 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
A nice warm shower is not so nice if it doesn't drain like it should. Well, let's fix that right now. Get a sewer inspection, including mainline drain cabling and video analysis, just $97. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
California, the birthplace of all things cool. Beautiful people, perfect beaches, and cruising with the top down on Route 66. It does get quite hot here, though, so now that spring has sprung, Ace Plumbing, Heating, and Air is offering a full air conditioning system inspection and tune-up for just $66. Call 455-4548 and just say Route 66 to get your kicks and stay cool. Ace Plumbing, Heating, and Air, 455-4548 or at aceplumbing.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
It's been estimated that we lose more than 400 million golf balls globally every year. Hitting it in the fairway is a great way to prevent lost balls, but Golf Magazine's Josh Sen says, we can do better, people. First, play the right tees. The architect designed the placement of hazards for different handicaps. Second, find a reference point. Pick a tree, a shack, or a path where the shot was headed, and keep it locked as you head off the tee. Third, maybe use a highly visible ball. You've got a better crack at tracking your ball if it's the color of a lemon or a tangerine. And anecdotal evidence suggests there's something freeing about knocking around a cartoonishly colored golf ball. 4, do not look away in disgust. A natural reaction to a slice or duck hook is to turn away. As hard as it is to find an errant shot, it's even tougher if you don't know where to look. And finally, be a good scout. Instead of fiddling with your phone, keep an eye on your partner's shots. The more time you spend watching, the less time you spend looking. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured, so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
I'm Frank Cockrell, Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. Nearly everyone has a credit card limit, including our Uncle Sam. Sometime between July and September, the U.S. will run out of funds unless the $31.4 trillion debt ceiling is raised. The shortfall could come sooner if tax receipts are less than expected. Republicans are willing to agree to an increase, but want spending cuts to accompany the increase. The Democrats want it done with no strings attached. In 2011, the U.S. had its credit rating cut due to concerns of a lack of a deal. The U.S. could face two types of defaults, a technical default or an actual default. A technical default is when the U.S. has an extended period of non-payment of U.S. responsibilities. This could lead to a doubling of our unemployment rate and possible recession. An actual default is when the U.S. runs out of money and stops paying all its obligations. In this case, the unemployment could as much as triple, deep recession could occur, and inflation could soar. The U.S. has not done so in the past, so let's hope cooler heads prevail and a deal gets done sooner than later. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Frank Cockrell is a registered representative of Lincoln Financial Advisors Corporation, broker-dealer and member SIPC, and registered investment advisor. Retirement Security Centers is not an affiliate of Lincoln Financial Advisors.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Brett Eldridge, and so many more. Plus, a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $80. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort, Hanley's Western Wear, and Quick Hack Car Wash.
Capital Casino back with indoor gaming and dining located inside at 411 North 16th Street, downtown Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Your home for the biggest matchups in the NFL. Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. It's a big Game 6 tonight for the Sacramento Kings as they head down to San Francisco to take on the Warriors. A loss and their season is done, but a win would bring the series back for a decisive Game 7 at Golden One Center on Sunday. Our coverage begins with game night at 3:30, followed by tip-off at 5 with the G-Man right here on Sactown Sports. The first round of the NFL Draft concluded yesterday with Alabama quarterback Bryce Young going number 1 to the Carolina Panthers. The San Francisco 49ers did not have a pick in round 1. They'll make their first pick today in round 3. And in other NFL notes, Lamar Jackson finally got the bag.
For the next 5 years, it's a lot of flock going on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to light up M&T for the next 5 years, man. Let's get it.
You can read more about Jackson's new deal and also whether or not the 49ers have been having trade talks around quarterback Trey Lance right now at SactownSports.com. And as a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
What am I getting here? I'm getting something, guys. I'm trying to play a sound clip. Try that again. Nope. That's the TV.
Yes, Jimmy Schneider.
What is that? That's obviously me, right, Jay? Oh, I get it. Sorry, everybody. I'm just doing my own thing here with 1,700 open windows left from yesterday, wondering where the sound is coming from.
Hey, well, you get 2 screens.
I do. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. I am Carmichael Dave. That is Jason Ross. We will take you all the way to Chris and Whitey.
Correct.
And they will take you all the way to Cattles and Rami.
Correct.
And are Cattles and Rami out and about today?
They're not.
No, they are not. Okay, well.
It's a short show because it's a game night at game afternoon, I guess, at 3:30.
Oh.
Game early evening?
Yeah, you're leaving early. Not early from the show, but you're leaving
literally right after, right?
Right after the show.
11-ish, 11:30. Get down there. Takes a couple hours even. We'll be just fine.
We'll see if I can work this now. I was thinking about this during the break because I know this segment we're talking about. If the season ended today, for some reason, even though it was a little bitty bit before my time, I was thinking of this. And when I say I was thinking of this, I was thinking of unmuting the site and trying this one more time before I bring the whole show to a stop.
Warmer drop a big one.
Here we go.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
And it ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on!
Yeah, they didn't follow.
They do later.
Oh, the great John Belushi.
I don't know if you knew that's Jim's brother.
As a matter of fact, it is. Oh, it was, is. You get the point. Every time, by the way, I love bringing that up every once in a while. I go, was it over with the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? And then actually, it was not. It's not over. Dang it. It's not over. There's still a game to be played tonight. There could still be a game to be played on Sunday. As we speak, De'Aaron Fox's finger he might have a needle the size of my leg going in there, just pain-free, I guess how do you take away the pain without numbing it? You can't numb it. That's the question.
Right.
So it ain't over. But if it were, I've come to refer to this in my mind, at least, as the Sacramento Kings relocation corollary. We've talked about this before, where for a while it worked, and then it got annoying. Where after the Kings stayed, it didn't matter what the Kings did for the next year. It was like, but they could be in Seattle.
Yeah.
And then that, right around the time that got old, then it was Gold One Center open. It's like, you know what? Yeah, DeMarcus has spinal meningitis or whatever it was, and Mike Malone got fired, and Pete D'Alessandro is a weirdo, but look at this arena. And then that got a little bit old. I don't know. I know at first I'm going to have a real hard time, even though we're going to come on the air and talk about it. I'm going to have a real hard time internally, and I think a lot of Kings fans will, Jason, with the whole, you know what? It was really house money. They made the playoffs. This was a better season than any of us could ever hope for. We would have taken this in a heartbeat, blah, 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 which is all super true. But in the moment, it's like,
Yeah, I think the other part about this is I've really enjoyed the team.
Yes.
So if it were to end today, if it were to end Sunday, if it were to end in another round before a championship, I'll be saddened just because I've enjoyed it. I like them. I want them to stay together. I want to keep I'm enjoying what I'm watching. So when that is taken away, and that's the reality of a pro sports season, is it's a cutoff.
Yeah.
Like it's not, well, it might end today, but they're going to play a few more games, or we're going to get everybody together in a week. It's just not the way it works. It just ends. And it's a harsh reality. Like that is it. But as far as the perspective on the season, and maybe that all falls in place when it's officially done. But yeah, there were so many great things that has happened this year. I mean, it's been a breakthrough year.
It's like a double sadness, Jason, because you're obviously sad about if you were to lose the series and you're not going to win a championship this year and you're not going to advance. There's the immediate sadness. But then honestly, there's also, and this isn't just radio host me talking, this is Kings fan me talking, like there's also like, it's no more Kings basketball.
Right.
For like 5 months.
Yeah.
Right. May, June, July, August. Yeah. Like 5-6 months.
Yeah. I've said this before. I haven't seen a lot of the teams that I really am passionate about win championships, but when UCLA did in basketball in the 95 season, it was so much fun. But there honestly was a part of me when they won the title and beat Arkansas that like it ended. You're just like, this is the greatest.
Right.
And then I actually got sad because I went, well, I still want to see Tyus Edney and Ed O'Bannon play. And Toby, like I'm going to miss them.
Yeah. That's
over.
They
reached the goal.
Sure.
But it's like, well, wait, I'm not done. So I'm enjoying this.
It's funny because you combine that, for example, with what Giannis said yesterday after the Bucks lost. And is there anyone that would say this year is a failure for the Kings?
I don't think so.
I mean, look, there's okay.
But you kind of have to look at it in pieces. Now, again, that does, if they lose tonight, or Sunday even, or whenever it ends, there's still going to be elements. And that's why I think we even asked some of these questions during the season, like, well, if they get to the playoffs and even get swept, would it be successful? I think when that question's asked, it's 100% yes. But then you're in the most recent moment. And I think no matter how this ends, we just replayed some of the conversation with Sam. If Keegan and Herter and maybe Barnes, who I don't think the three of them they've been just
right.
If they all go today, like they all had good years.
Yes.
But not this series.
No.
And so that's our latest memory. And so, it just kind of
it is a
unique context.
Bias.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you'd asked anybody the night of game 1, hey, what if I told you the Kings were going to be a play-in team this year and there'd actually be postseason basketball?
Mm-hmm.
I think most people would have said, I will 100% take that.
Absolutely.
There would have been some that'd be like, well, I'd rather, we got to get to the playoffs, man. We got to end this streak. But I think it would be like 80% would say, I'll take it. And 20% would say, I need playoff basketball. But 100% then by definition would say, oh, okay, well, how about this? How about the Kings are going to be just shy of 50 wins? As a matter of fact, they're going to win 50 games, and including playoffs.
Yeah.
And they're going to finish at the top of the Pacific Division, ahead of Phoenix, ahead of the Lakers, ahead of Golden State. And they're going to play the most exciting series of the first round, and they're going to lose to the defending champions in 6 or 7. with 2 home playoff wins for the fans at Golden One Center. I'm saying if you'd have said that the night of game 1, right before tip-off, everybody would have taken that 100%. And, oh, by the way, ask them 4 games later.
Yes,
if they
after the 0-4.
And 1,000,000,000% would have taken that.
And let them know that you're going to have 2 All-Stars, Coach
Yes.
of the Year, a rookie 3-point record made.
Unanimous Coach of the Year.
Yeah, just a lot of the clutch play. The first time this clutch player has been added, and you're going to get that.
Possible Executive of the Year.
Yeah.
Certainly going to be top 2, top 3. Yeah. And again, it's the different because it is okay for goalposts to change.
Yeah.
It is okay to increase expectations. I don't know that any of us were going into the postseason, I don't think, going, you know what? We finished in the 3 seed, and now whatever happens, I'm not going to be sad about it. No, we all I want to win a championship.
Absolutely. Because even if you flip it in a super positive way and say they win today, win Sunday, get through the next round, get to the conference finals, win the conference finals, lose in the NBA finals, we'd all take that at this moment. But there also it'd be a gut punch. Like, oh man, you got that close. What a turnaround. What did they figure out?
Right.
And then, oh man,
like
missed it.
Just taking your analogy a step further, NBA finals, game 7, and they're up 2. And whoever it is, buzzer beater 3-pointer, and they lose. Like the worst pain ever.
But a list of positives is so long on the year. I mean,
perspective is
well, just win tonight.
Just win tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, why not just win tonight?
Why not?
Why just why not? We'll take a break. When we come back, we got 3 for Madness. A's, NFL draft, little shot calling for you. We're going to pause simply for Jason to talk about his friends at ACR Solar. 60 seconds. We're right back.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third, your scorer is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
Hi. Jason Ross here to tell you about my friends at ACR Solar, ACR Home Services as well. Again, it's kind of like a one-stop shop. A lot of different things they could do to help out you at your home. Check it out, whether it's pool solar, home solar, roofing, just home projects. Look into it. Go to acrsolar.com to find out the very latest of what they can provide for you. For us, it was a roof, and that's a big project. Anytime you have to do something, I mean, we're thinking about it year after year. We know we have to get to this project, trying to put off the inevitable, and then it's like, all right, it's time. And so glad that we took on that responsibility this last summer because we had that just incredibly amount of days of rain and all that weather we had this winter. We would have been in serious trouble without the brand new roof, thanks to our friends at ACR Solar and Home Services. So if you're in need of a roof, solar, pool, solar, whatever it might be, go to acrsolar.com. Check out all the different things that they have. They're an incredible company, very reliable, do incredible work. And for us, we are so happy that we got the brand new roof. It has given us the peace of mind that we look for as homeowners and the curb appeal and everything, the added home value, all of that. And now we don't have to worry about a roof forever, as it's our forever roof on our home. So thank you so much to ACR Solar. Go to acrsolar.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Let's get into a real live preview of the Kings-Warriors game tonight coming up next. And then look ahead, because we just had a segment on what if they lose.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do a segment, a couple on what if they win.
Yeah, make a case.
That's fair game.
Yeah.
But right now, the corner of the store is run by Jay Mars.
That's where all the Twinkies are.
I like this corner.
Dodgers having a little struggle with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I actually dipped my toe into baseball yesterday.
A lot of struggle.
And the Pirates, hey, how about those Pirates?
Big Pirates hive.
I didn't even, O'Neal Cruz is my favorite non-Giants player. This is how much I've been out of baseball this year. And I just found out, I was like, how's O'Neal Cruz doing this? Oh, he broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't play on that.
6'7" shortstop. Gimme.
Pretty common.
That's yeah.
I just love the resurgence of Andrew McCutcheon in Pittsburgh. That's such a great story.
Did you saw obviously when he was introduced for the first time there. That's he's a quality dude.
Also, a reminder to Giants fans: you once traded for Andrew McCutcheon, the guy you traded, Brian Reynolds. Doing really well in Pittsburgh.
He's doing okay. Yeah. Question 1. Thanks.
Hey,
let's
go to Oakland where the A's have an opportunity to tie a record tonight.
Yeah, records.
Yeah, that would be the 88 Orioles record for most losses in April at 22. Do they break that record this weekend against the Reds of Cincinnati, Ohio, United States of America?
Well, I mean, the Reds are at 10-15, which is just crazy awesome compared to the A's. The A's are 5-21. They have a 192 winning percentage.
And, you know, I mean, I don't know that there's other teams that have been 5-20. They're just awful, though. Like, we knew they were going to be bad. They give up so many runs.
They're not losing close games.
They're not.
Imagine that locker room, that clubhouse. Like, I do feel, but it's none of this is the players' fault.
Of course not.
They didn't ask to not.
Yes,
be.
It is.
How?
They're not winning.
They're not winning. They got to want it more.
Yeah, you guys got to want it more.
Hey, play better.
Pitch better. Swing the shillelagh a little better.
Hit the ball, man.
Jeez.
I don't know, man. Yes, by the way, yeah, they will break the record. By the way, in case you're wondering, the 1899 Cleveland Spiders.
That's one of my favorite squads.
Yeah.
I almost thought when I saw Cleveland in an S, I thought it was going to be something else, which would have been amazing. Cleveland Spiders own the worst single season record of all time, finishing at 20-134. That's 20-134.
A's get to 20 wins this year.
But they got hot at the end.
The A's are well. That was also in a 154 game season.
It was also in 1899.
Yeah, that was a 130 winning percentage. The A's right now have a 192. They're on pace to win 31 games this year.
I think the record would be flipped around if they allowed the shift and if the pitch clock was gone.
Agreed.
It's hurting them more than any team.
I think conspiracy. This is how they get the A's out of Oakland.
Yep.
Pitch clock, shift band.
Yeah, straight to Vegas.
I'm here for in a couple months when whoever shows up on the A's and seems to be any sort of a major league player gets traded for picks down the road, and they're even worse.
Brent Rooker, you're on the clock.
By the way, the A's been doing that for years. They have the 24th ranked minor league system. So they're doing great. Billy B my butt.
I know he's on the payroll, but does he do things anymore?
Billy Bean, honestly.
I think he's been checked out for a few years now.
Billy probably gained about 150 pounds. He's chewing cigars and eating popcorn with his feet up somewhere.
So he's John Daly now?
Number 2.
Question 2.
Bigger surprise yesterday. Lamar Jackson's new deal with the Baltimore Ravens, or Will Levis not going in the first round?
Levis not going in the first round. Jackson was going to get a deal. Now, deal with the Ravens. Listen, we've seen this movie before. He was waiting on Jalen Hurts. Then he passed Jalen Hurts, highest paid player ever, negotiated his own deal, saved himself $5, $6, $7 million in the process. I saw Ryan Leaf say something this morning. Yes, that Ryan Leaf about Will Levis.
He told him to knock it off.
They were talking about winners in who's your winner in the first round, team player, whatever. He said it was Will Levis. And it's like, huh. He goes, listen, Will Levis is really a good quarterback. Guess what? Look at the teams he would have gone to in the top 5. And look at all the expectations that would happen going to that team in the top 5. You go to the second round, you're very likely to be in a better situation. You're not going to have all that pressure on you, by the way. And look at Drew Brees in the second round. Look at why am I blanking? Second round, Derek Carr, Joe Montana in the third. By the way, Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson were both end of first round picks. There's a little bit of motivation that goes with that too. And I really like that angle. Like if Will Levis is good, he's going to be good,
right?
And he's going to get paid. But it was a shock, especially after that Reddit leak happened. And he went from no way, shape or form to be the number 1 pick to the odds on favorite in a night to be the number 1.
That's why I would say it's Levis too is the bigger surprise. And we talked about it yesterday. I didn't spend a lot of time on the draft, but I would say maybe 3 weeks ago, I saw something. It was after the combines. And they were kind of ranking the quarterbacks, and they said it kind of dropped off after the 3, and Levis was the guy that was kind of losing ground. It would maybe be a second or third rounder. I'm like, wow, okay. So that's kind of where I was with him. And then the news a couple days ago, I'm like, wait, bettors usually have a really good indication.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to all of a sudden be the odds-on favorite, I'm like, wow, what a switch. What happened here? I think this is probably what's happening. Somebody knows something.
Well, he puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Yeah.
Here's a fun stat for you guys I saw yesterday, too. 19 Ohio State quarterbacks have been taken in the NFL or supplemental draft. only one has ever made a Pro Bowl, and that was Tom Tupa, who was the punter for the Jets, but played quarterback at Ohio State.
No.
I think the fun question is this. Better history of NFL quarterbacks in modern era, the Ohio State Buckeyes or the Chicago Bears?
Oh, Buckeyes.
I mean, Jim McMahon, right?
Rex Grossman took him to a
Super Bowl. And the best part about that is Justin Fields out of Ohio State is the Chicago Bears quarterback. Yeah. That's like the worst combo you could have.
I was just going to say, and I know everyone loves the Grossman thing. I always thought Orton was the better quarterback of those two in Chicago during that era.
I'm not going to fight that. Grossman was a Gator.
Jake Cutler.
Really?
I mean, but
he made a Pro Bowl, though.
But for real. Like, they're terrible at quarterbacking.
So the Steelers have the first pick in the second round. Does he get past them?
Does who?
Does Will Levis get past Pittsburgh, who has the first pick in the second round?
I mean, they just grabbed Pickett, didn't they? That was their guy.
Yeah. Because you go Pittsburgh, Houston.
Saints. Don't the Saints pick before?
No, so it goes Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Then it goes Houston. Houston won't be taking him.
Yeah.
The Cardinals might want to consider it, but they won't do that. The Colts.
They just drafted Richardson.
The team I'm really looking hard at that would be the happiest, I think, is you look at the teams drafting ahead of the Raiders. None of them really need a quarterback right now.
I feel like it'd be a good pick for the Rams, though, with Stafford.
That's the thing is that if they want to draft and stash, but doing that with a second rounder, who's the other one? Hendon Hooker, along with Will Levis. If the Raiders can grab one of those guys,
I was thinking the same thing
after saying goodbye to Derek Carr. I think they're going to feel really good at the end of day two. Number 3.
Question 3.
Call your shots. Sunday, we will see Game 7 in both the Kings Warriors and Grizzlies Lakers series.
I'm going to say this. I believe one of those is a no. And one of those is a yes.
Wow, you think the Kings are losing tonight. Great job, fan.
Don't anywhere near that. I'm just saying one of them is a no. I think there will be.
Will be Levis.
No, I'm not being. My head, of course, is no. There will not. There will not be 2 Game 7s. I think the Lakers will close the Grizzlies out at home tonight, and I think the Golden State Warriors will close out the Kings. That's my head. But screw it. Let's go. Let's win. Let's win a Game 6 for 3 from Madness.
Yes,
so we can have a Game 7.
They're going to play that clip right there in the locker room pregame tonight. Mike Brown's going to have it blasted on the speakers.
That's the one.
Win one for three for
whatever
works.
Yeah,
bud.
I say I actually think Memphis is winning the series.
Wow, I like that call.
Yeah. And I'm going to do it. Yeah, Game 7. Let's go.
All right, Jason Ross.
Let's go.
I'm with you.
Let's go.
I'm with you in spirit.
Yeah.
I believe in your belief.
Yeah.
And I'm for it. Yes.
I just want to also quickly remind everybody, it is a Game 5 tonight, 5 p.m. start time.
Game 6, yeah.
Game 6, sorry. Did that yesterday, too.
You flipped it.
Make sure to get that Fire Wings order in early.
Are you going back-to-back on Fire Wings?
21 different flavors to choose from. Fire Wings, just swing it. Bringing you 3 for Madness. Go on.
That's a corner you just put me in.
Yeah, I know. Well, you had it in game.
I've had too many. No, I am.
Did you have it for another game this year?
I had it for Game 1, and then I had it, and then I had it for Game 4. So
maybe next round.
This is the rubber match.
Well, Kings won Game 1, almost won Game 4.
That's what I'm saying. So
I feel like your Fire Wings. I feel like this is you can't break it or you're jinxing them.
Plus,
tonight.
It's Friday.
Yes,
it's Friday.
Friday Fire Wings.
Now, I will say this when we're talking about Fire Wings 755. Listen, yes, Fire Wings. Yes, it's perfect for Fridays. Yes, all that. Listen, get your order in now. Do not. No, I'm backing you up, dog. Get your order.
Thanks, bro.
Get your order in now. Because they are filling. You're not the only one that thinks a nice, tasty, moist fire wing sounds good.
Magoo is hungry.
Because Magoo is completely clean. Golly, you know what?
What did he crush? 24.
It's 24. 24 fire
he's just
wings.
Set a bar. That he's going past that.
My wife never sent me that photo. Don't isolate that. I gotta. Which, by the way, is true. I got
24. I think that mark lasts until the next time you have fire wings.
He's only getting hungrier.
Yeah.
He's only getting hungrier, dude.
Yeah.
He is ginger monster you're raising.
Wait till he comes in this summer.
Eat you out of house and home.
It's ridiculous The funny thing is though, Magoo will eat anything, and so he's great. We just get him like cheap stuff, and he'll just
good, Dad.
No, he's fine with come every day for the breakfast. He eats cereal.
Yeah.
And then every afternoon he comes home, he makes a sandwich, like peanut butter and jelly, something. Yeah. He's very low maintenance. My daughter yesterday unfroze before she went to work and a tuna steak and got home and fried it in sesame oil, sliced it, and put it over a bed of arugula and beets. I'm like,
that's your fault.
You're 15.
That's also your fault.
Eat a sandwich.
Your fault.
No comment. When we come back,
all those kitchen gadgets. There's so much to do.
She goes, you know what we need? Yonanas. She wants to do the frozen thing. Yeah, there we go. Yonanas. Kings Warriors previewing it. We'll do it next on Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports wants to congratulate Kings head coach Mike Brown for being the first coach to unanimously win the NBA Coach of the Year award.
100 first place votes. First time ever. Wow. A unanimous decision.
Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm really appreciative of being in Sacramento. The fans, the city has been fantastic.
How will Coach Brown lead the Kings during the playoffs?
Tune in to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com to find out.
Hey, basketball fans, the playoffs are here, and Sacramento's ready to win it all. And while you're cheering them on, you're going to want a nice, cool home to watch those games in. That's why you should call Fox Family Heating and Air for all of your air conditioning repair needs. With our amazing technicians and lifetime warranty on most repairs, we'll make sure that your home stays cool and comfortable for the playoffs. So come on, beat the buzzer and call Fox Family Heating and Air today.
Fox Family Heating and Air.
At Elk Grove Honda, we'd like to help you purchase your next new Honda. Right now at Elk Grove Honda, new Hondas are arriving on a regular basis, including the newly designed CR-V, new design Accords, exciting Civics, and much more. And Elk Grove Honda's pre-owned inventory offers choices there as well. So give Elk Grove Honda a chance to show you the new or pre-owned Honda you're looking for. We are Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit us at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Make your way to the ballpark on Sunday, April 30th to watch your A's go head-to-head with the Cincinnati Reds. Get there early to grab your very own Tony Kemp poster, presented by Kaiser Permanente. This one-of-a-kind poster giveaway features TK and his iconic catch.
Diving play to his right. Unbelievable catch by Tony Kemp. Spectacular.
Tickets start at just $10 and are available at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Jet to Acura of Stockton, where precision crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. It's a big Game 6 tonight for the Sacramento Kings as they head down to San Francisco to take on the Warriors. A loss and their season is done, but a win would bring the series back for a decisive Game 7 at Golden One Center on Sunday. Our coverage begins with game night at 3:30, followed by tip-off at 5 with the G-Man right here on Sactown Sports. The first round of the NFL Draft concluded yesterday with Alabama quarterback Bryce Young going number 1 to the Carolina Panthers. The San Francisco 49ers did not have a pick in round 1. They'll make their first pick today in round 3. And in other NFL notes, Lamar Jackson finally got the bag.
For the next 5 years, it's a lot of flock going on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to light up M&T for the next 5 years, man. Let's get it.
You can read more about Jackson's new deal and also whether or not the 49ers have been having trade talks around quarterback Trey Lance right now at SactownSports.com. And as a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
I think being whole again obviously helps. I think when we know what the stakes are, we play. I mean, we're competitors and we play to that level, and we know how difficult it is to win in this building. And it just took a different level of focus than it would have in the past. And I just think this was probably the best win of the year. But when the clock strikes midnight, it's a new day, and we got to put it behind us because we really don't want to come back. We want to give our fans a show at home and hopefully finish the series there.
The first one is we're more than capable of being a physical defensive team when we want to. That's the biggest thing. On top of that, the sense of urgency is being shown for closer to 48 minutes now than what it was almost at any time during the regular season. Our ability to compete no matter what the score is. You saw some of our resiliency during the regular season, and now to see it in this environment versus a championship-laden team is also a good thing in my opinion to see.
That was Klay Thompson to start, followed by Coach Mike Brown. Hey, want to remind you real quick, enjoy Friday pit passes to Kansas City's Jiffy Lube Country in the Park, Cal Expo Grandstands. Pit pass includes admission in the country in the park and access to come and go as you please from the exclusive Coors Light Frost Row pit located immediately in front of the stage. Enjoy live performances from Lady A, Brett Eldridge, Joe Nichols, and more. For more info, go to SactownSports.com. Yeah, the Warriors don't want to come back here. I don't blame them. They want to close it out at home. They probably not only want to close it out at home, but they're probably also rooting for the Grizzlies tonight to extend that series. I don't think they particularly care who they play.
Mm-hmm.
I do think if you're looking ahead to that second round, as entertaining as the Lakers may be, Grizzlies Warriors is just going to be a yammer fest, going back and forth and back and forth. The Grizzlies truly are have that little brother complex. There hasn't been a lot of, the Draymond Green thing happened, but and De'Aaron Fox and Draymond, I think Draymond Green could play a team of nuns, and there's going to be some smack talking, but overall, this is not the Kings aren't that type of team.
No, I don't think the Warriors like the Grizzlies at all.
No,
I don't think they do. And then the Grizzlies are agitating to them, and it felt like they're there with the Warriors, and they haven't been there in a postseason to beat them yet. And so if that is a matchup that they get, I know the Grizzlies would love it, but I think the Warriors would probably love nothing more than to beat that team.
And I think from a Warrior perspective, they probably have a lot more respect for a team like the Kings than the team like the Grizzlies. And you don't, with all the back and forth from fans and media and all that in Bay Area and Sacramento, you don't hear that. There's been none of that in this series.
Right.
There's been no smack talk in the
Not
media.
really.
There's been no, well, they didn't deserve this.
Not from the players,
No.
from media on media, sure.
No, I'm saying from player to player.
Yeah. You had the Sabonis and Draymond situation, and that could have escalated into a lot more.
Yeah.
Really hasn't.
No, not at all. It was, even that night, you don't want that. I think Sabonis said there's no place for that or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
like that was his big thing. Going into tonight, I was having this conversation with somebody off air yesterday, and our job is to analyze, Jason, but the crappy job about analyzing is that sometimes analyzing, you ask questions that sound like blaming. Now, so you have to do, unless you want to sound like a total bag, you have to do almost an apology ahead of time. Like, I love Mike Brown to death, and he's the unanimous coach of the year, and he's what got us here. Steve Kerr out coaching him. And the reason I'm asking that is you have an established rotation with an established dynasty of players, and Kerr has adjusted he has not only adjusted his starting lineup, he has gone in and out with this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, doing a lot, throwing a lot of different looks. I'm not doing one of those things where I ask the question because I believe it. I truly am asking, is Steve Kerr out coaching Mike Brown in this series?
I think Steve Kerr's coaching the way he had to coach the season. He had to change the lineup all the time. And Mike Brown's coaching the way he had to coach. He didn't have to change the lineup. So, the Kings haven't really had to do different looks. They were the healthiest team. And so what does Mike Brown know? This starting five got him to the 3 seed and nearly 50 wins. and has been good. Got out of 0-4 situation, a couple of mini little slides, thrived for 9-game winning streak. Like this whole group has seen all of that and produced the best offense in the league. And when in game, in series, in matchups, so they've struggled, he's taken people out that have struggled. So I think his adjustments have kind of, or at least his rotations have happened kind of closer to the regular season, but not fully. Where Steve Kerr has literally welcomed back a key piece in Wiggins and didn't start him in game 1 and then started him. Draymond had the suspension. They played pretty well without him. Then, if the conversation is true that Draymond said, bring me off the bench, well, then there's their change. But yeah, they've played games without Draymond, without Steph, without Clay this year, without Wiggins. He kind of has had to do it, and I think he's just continuing to do that.
When you look, we talked about this during the regular season. When you look at the health or lack of the Warriors versus the health of the Sacramento Kings for the regular season, it really is, what did I see? Somebody calling this, well, this could be the first, this could be another upset in the postseason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think when it's all said and done,
by seeding.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's kind of how I'm sorting it out in my head. I think the seeds are flip-flopped. I think the Warriors are more like the 3 seed. The Kings are more like the 6 seed. And they just happen to have, because of that, the flip-flop, the home court advantage by a game. But this is not an upset if the Warriors win at all when you look at what they've done when they've been healthy. That being said, the Kings still they got to win 2 games. They got to win 2 out of 2 games. One of them's at home. They got to do what the Warriors did. They got to steal it. And honestly, when we're looking at tonight, the problem for me, Jason, and I said this yesterday, I would be in a completely different frame of mind, mood, whatever. There's no doubt in my mind that the Kings can win at Chase Center, and they almost did that in game 4. But I keep hitting this brick wall every time. The best player is a broken finger.
Mm-hmm.
And it obviously bothered him in the 4th and midway through the 3rd. Now, whether that carries over to this game and it bothers him from the jump, or it's the same thing where it's not bothered at first and then somebody slaps it, or, I think what everybody hopes is that somehow it doesn't bother him all game. This isn't like one of those, it's not like a hamstring pull or maybe, or a back something, where sometimes that can last forever, but sometimes it can go away in a couple of days. It's a broken finger. And so that's where I keep stopping. I just don't know how the Kings can win a game with a 50 to 60% De'Aaron Fox unless everybody that has had a mediocre to bad series goes off.
That's it. And I don't even know if goes off is the right, but plays to their norm or closer to their level. Because I think we would all say Herter hasn't. Barnes hasn't. Murray's had a game.
Yeah.
But that's not enough in a series. It's not, hey, Keegan's game 4 was really good. That's it.
Right.
So he's been below the norm. I think people have been tough on Sabonis, but he's played better.
Sure.
So now we're looking at, that's 4 starters. Yeah. Fox has been great. I think Monk has had some really good moments. Mitchell, probably maybe a bit above the norm.
Yeah, I agree.
But that list is shorter than the Warriors list. Last game, you look at it, like Clay had the Clay game.
Yeah.
Steph, didn't hit his threes, but had 31. Draymond scored 20 more.
Since like December, I think.
Christmas of 2019. Looney sets a playoff record. We're going on some amazing things here, and yet it's 1 point with, 3 minutes to go?
Yeah.
4 minutes to go?
That's the killer.
So it's there. There is a roadmap, and that's even with Fox, maybe, 20, but being Fox, not having to go 30 and 12 in the 4th quarter, but it's all still possible. It's just, man, now you're getting, why has Herter not been as good for 5 games? Why has Murray not been as good for 5 games? Those are the things the Kings have to try to answer very quickly.
Earlier, we talked about the Kings losing tonight, if that were to happen, and how we look at the season. Well, let's reverse that now. If the Kings win tonight, they will host their first Game 7 in 21 years. We're just going to take a moment, since we won't be with you on Sunday. We won't have this opportunity to dream a little bit out loud about that. We'll do that next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
I'm going with one of the ones that gets on my nerves is this guy plays through the whistle. He plays through the whistle. No, he doesn't.
Simone.
He's got great football IQ, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I'm next. He's a hard hat guy. Yeah.
Yep.
He puts his hard hat on and he goes to work, Rami.
Lunch pail guy. Yeah, I had hard hat and lunch pail.
Yeah.
First on my draft board.
Kettles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
California, the birthplace of all things cool. Beautiful people, perfect beaches, and cruising with the top down on Route 66. It does get quite hot here, though, so now that spring has sprung, Ace Plumbing Heating and Air is offering a full air conditioning system inspection and tune-up for just $66. Call 455-4548 and just say Route 66 to get your kicks and stay cool. Ace Plumbing Heating and Air, 455-4548 or at aceplumbing.com.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Let Shane and his team at bridgehavenhomes.com take that stress away. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
Hey, Scott, you look great.
Yeah, I'm feeling good and have a new job.
No, there's something different about the way you look.
To be honest, a few months ago, I had an amazing robotic hair transplant procedure at XL Medicine. It's called the artist procedure.
No way. Your hair looks completely natural, and you don't even have a scar. How did they do that?
Dude, the artist system is amazing. I have this fantastic hairline, and I'm happy with my results. XL Medicine could probably help you too, buddy.
Using the artist procedure, Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall can target and harvest healthy hair follicles with micron-level accuracy from the back of your head and transplant them where you need it. The procedure is painless, and you'll be back doing your regular activities in a couple of days. Ask Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall at XL Medicine about the artist procedure. Call today, 916-932-4470. That's 932-4470 for a complimentary in-person or Zoom consultation. Or on the web at xlmedicine.com. That's EXCEL medicine.com. See what the artist procedure can do for you.
These are actors and not real patients.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in Radio Land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet arch supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet arch supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
That's right. Game 6 tonight, right here, Sactown Sports. We will have game night. What were you calling it earlier, Jay? Like game afternoon? something like that.
Game late afternoon / game early evening. It's your choice.
3:30.
Depends on what time you celebrate either of those occurrences during the day.
Tip off 4:30. G-Man, 5 o'clock. All today.
Yeah. And you're on for 30 minutes prior to that.
Yeah.
Telling everybody about the game.
The game and stuff.
Called the pregame.
It is.
Get it right here on Sactown Sports.
Hey, pre-show rituals that you can talk about on the air. Pre-game rituals. Jason, I know you're locked in. You're, hosting and notes and doing all that stuff. But is there... I like on it. This is going to sound like a joke, but I always drink like a couple of really big glasses of water right before the game starts. Just a couple of bottles of water, something. Sometimes you forget to hydrate. But then,
so when they're playing bad, you have the excuse of going to the bathroom?
I mean, I got pretty good bladder control. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I was blessed with, bigger than a ping pong ball type of thing. But,
yeah, big bladder days.
Yeah, BBD. Yeah. But then the blood pressure is at a constant high with then bumps even higher and then back down to the constant high.
All that sodium you consume probably not helping with that.
You know what? You're 100% correct. Not great for the next morning headaches. I'll tell you. That's why, again, a lot of the water happens. But going into tonight, it's going to be stressful. To be honest, probably... trying to think what the least stressful type of game would be, and I'm thinking it might be a Warriors blowout. That's the first thing that comes into my head. That would make me angry. But if the Warriors are up, 12 after the first and 21 after the second,
then it just feels like, this is the inevitable.
Then I just sit there, and that's when I usually, we all start kind of in the man cave together. And usually that's when I retire to
that's where fans can choose to like, you know what, I'm not watching how this ends.
Well, yes. I mean, yes. No, I never stop watching, but I'll sometimes I will sometimes excuse myself from the rest of the family so that I can just go watch in the backyard and sit there with my arms crossed and stare into space and just think about how much God hates Sacramento and how terrible everything is. That's where I go into like depths, and I
sounds
feel
healthy.
It is not.
Yeah.
This is not a healthy relationship, or at least it hasn't been. It's not. And I don't know if I don't think I'm unique to this. I know this is an extreme, but I legit get depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Like we haven't played spades with our spades couple for 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
This will be the third weekend, and they actually said, you know what, game 6 is tonight. It's at 5. What do you think about either way hopping over? And I'm like, I don't even think with a win I could do that. But a
win, you are more likely to do
100%. 100%.
Yeah, but after you're like, I don't want to revisit any of this.
I don't want, and even if it was one of those, like, and of course, and they're cool about it, like, okay, listen, we're coming over, but there will be no talk of basketball. And they'd be like, of course, no. But then the problem is my buddy would be like, hey, you want me to grab you a bottle of water? And I'd be like, what do you mean? What? Because I need to drink more because my team lost? And I think a lot of people are like that when they go, or some people when they go into the depths.
Yeah.
But there's the other side, which is, what if they did win tonight?
Mm-hmm.
What would game 7 look like at Gold One Center?
Yeah. I mean, one, it's early, right? It'd be ABC again, 12:30.
Yeah.
Early arriving, supposed to be nice. Well, it's supposed to be really warm. Well, I don't know if Sunday actually is changing, right?
Sunday it goes, dude. Sunday
like from 90 to like 70 something.
It's we're having like our highs are going to be it's something weird is going on with the weather. Here, a quick break for you guys, but this is actually a legit weird thing. The high today is 90.
Yeah, and tomorrow's warm too, right?
The tomorrow is 90. Then Sunday 78, and then the rest of the week it's all 60s.
Yeah.
Like what is going, which I love.
Yeah.
But to your point, wonderful day on Sunday.
Yeah. And so you're going to get one of those things, I think, much like game 1 and game 2, and even to some extent game 5, but maybe more like game 1.
Yeah.
Where it's, I've got to be there. I'm not there even with a ticket, but I got to be down there. I'm watching.
Yes.
I want to be amongst Kings fans. So I think you're going to get a lot of like community support outside the arena before the game. That's my gut would tell me that. And then obviously then it's inside. It's nerves, it's excitement, it's dreaming of what could be. It's also fearful of what could happen. It's all of that stuff. Anxiety.
Would it be the most insane opening scene in Golden One Center history?
I don't know.
Bigger than game one is.
Yeah, because I thought game one was kind of one of one. Feels like it's its own unique thing. I thought game two was really good. To be honest, when game five was like moments before tip-off, I went, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't awful. I don't want to paint that picture,
Sure.
but it wasn't game one and it wasn't game two. And then as the intros went and then the game went, I'm like, okay,
yeah,
we're good. But it wasn't the same. And, maybe it's unfair to compare, but I am. That's what game one was incredible. Game two was really good. Game five was not the same.
I think,
in my opinion.
I think game seven, I think it would open as loud as it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
It would be ridiculous. It would be a festive atmosphere, if you will, a carnival atmosphere. But the caveat and the asterisk I would put on this, and I'll explain, is that I think based on how loud the crowd would get, I don't know if there's another crowd in the NBA that can go from that to library as much as that this crowd here.
Yeah.
And I only say that because Kings fans are so conditioned to heartbreak that if the Warriors were to get, and because you've heard it during the home games, it'll be second quarter, third quarter, Warriors have a lead. And it's like, oh my God, this place is dead silent.
Mm-hmm.
That's not because the fans are bad. It's not because they're not energetic. I think it's because they're all doing what I do in my backyard. They're like, oh my God, we're going to lose this game.
Right.
And then the Kings do something to kind of wake everybody up. And then it's a madhouse again.
Yeah. And this is a reference I've gone back to many times, but 2002, obviously game 7, Lakers, the biggest heartbreak that's happened to this franchise, happened to be the night where they were just miserable from the free throw line.
Yes.
So would you rather be at home 100%? But then I can remember when, okay, you missed one, no big deal. Missed 2. Now you're missing like 4 or 5. And then it's like, foul. And it's not the normal reaction. Like, yeah, there's a foul on Kobe. They're going to the line. It's like, oh, no. Is Chris Webber going to make one of these 2?
Right.
Oh, no. It's Bobby. It's like you're not as supportive. It's more fearful. And you didn't get the optimism. It was like, this is what is happening. And the crowd, the term is not, they didn't turn on the Kings.
No.
It was, why I don't feel the same way that I did earlier in the game when it's like, hey, these guys will make every shot, to I'm really scared that they might miss. And because they have been missing, and it's a weird dynamic. Now, if the game's going well, there is nothing better than to be at home for a game 7 if you're having one of those games.
Right.
Because it would just be a party. But let's hope we get there. Let's hope we have that situation.
That game 7, by the way, which is just so terrible to revisit, but let's do it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't remember. The Lakers won the first quarter by 1. They were at 22-21. Kings, 33-30 in the second, had a 2-point lead going into the half. Lakers, 27-26. It's a 1-point game going into the fourth. And then 27-26 Lakers. Or excuse me, 21-20 and then 27-26. They go to overtime. That's where the Lakers outscored them 12-6. We talked about the free throws. They were 16 of 30.
Yeah. What was Shaq that day, by the way? That's what I was remembering.
Yeah. Shaquille O'Neal, was 11 of 15.
In a deciding game, and the Kings were 16 of 30.
The Lakers in an overtime game shot 27 of 33. That's 82%. The Kings shot 53.3. The biggest culprit, Vlade Divac, 5 of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Hito Turkoglu, 1 of 4. Chris Webber, 1 of 4. Doug missed his only free throw attempt. So did Scott Pollard. Peja was actually 2 for 2. He came off the bench in that game. The three-pointers, that was a whole different story. Yeah. The Lakers were 7 of 17. That's 41%. The Sacramento Kings shot 10%. They were 2 of 20.
Wow.
Bibby 1 of 5. Christie 0 of 3. The starting lineup, let's just put it this way. The starting lineup for the Kings was 2 of 11. Peja and Bobby Jackson off the bench were 0 of 9 combined.
Wow.
And the only reason why, we've talked about this before, on the surface, it's like game 7 at home overtime, you shot about 50% from the line and 10%. That's 100% on the surface choke job. There's no other way to look at that other than choking. But those who know, who were there, who watched, their brains were fried. Their hearts were gone. They were completely and totally decimated by game 6. So we're sitting here talking about a game 7. But I find it a little bit interesting that we also haven't mentioned yet that tonight is game 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the Kings arguably have a crazier history with game 6s than game 7s. Is this where it all gets paid back? Can we get 27 free throws in the fourth quarter, please?
Does somebody give Draymond a little elbow defending their teammate or themselves?
Oh, the Bibby Kobe Bryant?
No, I'm talking a game 6 elbow from Anthony Peeler to Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
And then they called Chimezie Metu off the bench to shoot the 2 free throws. Sing some game.
Okay. I'm going to give you a question to go through the break. Okay. Before we get to Fire Wings, this is game 6. Now, all joking aside, let's say I told you right now that the Kings could come away with a victory tonight and force a game 7, but they were going to get game 6 in reverse. That the Warriors were going to get as screwed tonight as the Kings did against the Lakers in game 6 of 2002. Would you, as Kings fans, take that result? Would you choose that?
Do I have to wait?
You do.
Why?
You have to wait like everyone else. But what you don't have to wait for is some nice, tasty Fire Wings. I don't know if you knew this. They're soaked in buttermilk overnight. Yeah, they are soaked in buttermilk overnight. That's the key. And we're going to get to Michael on the phones at 1-800-920-1140 when we get back from break. But I want to invite you tonight. Kings, Warriors, 5 o'clock. That's dinner time. That means early dinner. You don't be screwing around with dinner during the game. So get your order in. Tell them you'll pick them up at 4:30, 4:45, and you can do that right now. You can go to firewings.com right now. Pick the location nearest you. Make your order online. They got all kinds of specials. And then just go pick it up. Have it ready for the game. No cooking, no cleaning, no nothing. Just set the big boxes of wings down and start eating. 21 different flavors to choose from. Hey, go to firewings.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got audio ahead of tonight, and we'll get your question. It's a game 6. If the Kings had the opportunity to have the refs screw the Warriors and take a win tonight like they were against the Lakers in 02, do you take it? We'll get your answer next.
Are you ready to hear this on Sactown Sports?
Hand off McCaffrey. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Or how about this?
Feel super, baby! The 5-time Super Bowl champions, and they're looking for number 6.
Catch every Niners game during the 2023 season
On your home for the 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Ace fans need Friday night plans? Well, we got you covered. Get 4 tickets and parking for any Friday night game starting at just $49 with the Friday 4-pack presented by Chevrolet. Save big and enjoy great matchups, post-game fireworks and drone shows, giveaways, and more this 2023 season.
He drills one to right, way back, and no doubt, and that quickly the A's have taken the lead. Second deck.
Friday night tickets are available at athletics.com/value. That's athletics.com/value.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell. Divorce forces a father to focus on what's most important, his children.
You may no longer be a husband, but you'll always be a dad. In the divorce process, this comes down to 3 key concerns: physical custody, decision-making, as well as financial support. Each of these is important, and it's important that you choose a lawyer that cares as much about these issues as you do.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Sacramento area attorneys. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. CordellCordell.com.
KHTK AM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your local sports leader in the 916. This is Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. It's a big Game 6 tonight for the Sacramento Kings as they head down to San Francisco to take on the Warriors. A loss and their season is done, but a win would bring the series back for a decisive Game 7 at Golden One Center on Sunday. Our coverage begins with game night at 3:30, followed by tip-off at 5 with the G-Man right here on Sactown Sports. The first round of the NFL Draft concluded yesterday with Alabama quarterback Bryce Young going number 1 to the Carolina Panthers. The San Francisco 49ers did not have a pick in round 1. They'll make their first pick today in round 3. And in other NFL notes, Lamar Jackson finally got the bag.
For the next 5 years, it's about a flock going on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to light up M&T for the next 5 years, man. Let's get it.
You can read more about Jackson's new deal and also whether or not the 49ers have been having trade talks around quarterback Trey Lance right now at SactownSports.com. And as a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Game 6 of 2002 is known as one of the most poorly officiated games in history, to the point where there were actual protests and Ralph Nader got involved and, blah, 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 that the Kings got screwed by the Lakers. Game 6 tonight in Golden State, in San Francisco, I should say, against Golden State. And if Basketball Jesus came to you and said, hey, I'll give you the win tonight, that's fine, but it's going to have to be a Kings-Lakers type refereeing fiasco, but would you take the win, would you?
Absolutely. 100%.
I didn't expect it.
Really? I mean, you made us wait through the break, and I was like, I got to answer that in less than a second.
I didn't expect the gusto. You take it.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing. I don't know. I think if I had to put a wager on it, I could have seen kind of a mellow, straight ahead Jason Ross answer. I
want Game 7.
Want Game 7. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Jay, do you take it or do you do the honorable thing?
If we're watching that game,
yeah,
it's late in the 4th.
Yes,
Kings have gotten the bag out because of terrible officiating.
Yeah,
I don't know who's on the call or who's reffing the game tonight. I'm sorry, but one of them peels back their skin to reveal it's a mask, and underneath it is Dick Bavetta.
Yeah,
I'm so here for it.
You guys are totally.
They all do it.
I love it. You guys you're here for it. Like, hey, it happened to us.
Not even that.
Screw up.
It's just the world balancing itself out.
In the aftermath, when Warriors fans were like, the only reason you won the series is because the refs screwed, are you at least admitting that the refs screwed them openly? Or are you?
Or 100%.
Because that's that Laker fans didn't do that.
Look, the Warriors still hear it now. This series isn't over, but they are hearing, look, when Fox got hurt.
Yeah.
Look at the breaks they got in this year and this year and this year. They don't win I'm like, okay. The parade still happened. The rings are still valid.
Right.
They counter with they would have won, and I think they would have against Toronto had they not been hurt.
Yeah.
It all counts.
All counts.
Yes. It's all part of it.
Let's go to Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Friday.
You too.
Just kind of I overheard Dave talking about just excusing himself. I mean, I do that too. I did that in Game 5. That was a gut punch. I didn't even expect us to be here. But I kind of wanted to get both all you guys' thoughts on two things. First is I think Sabonis and Herter, they got the nerves. It sucks. I know it's, they've been there in playoffs like in Indiana and Atlanta. So I wanted to see what your guys' thoughts on who's been kind of affecting us negatively on the Kings. And then second, I go to my, this is uncharted territory for Kings fans. So automatically my thumbs went to Tankathon. So I want to know, what player what position do you think we need to draft to keep this thing going? But I'll take that offline. Just wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. But let's go Kings, Game 6.
Let's go. Thank you, Michael. Well, answer the last question first. I really haven't paid a ton of attention. They're I want to say picking 24th, somewhere in the mid-20s. The only thought I've had is it would be kind of cool to get Chris Murray, but it looks like he's about 3-4 spots ahead. You never know how a draft is going to shake out, though. But when it comes to position in need, I'll give you an answer with a caveat. I would say another big would be a big need for the Kings. But the caveat there is, what are they going to do with Harrison Barnes as a free agent? Mm-hmm. They really need another wing or more wing size, somebody versatile. And I don't know if you're getting that in the mid-20s. Who knows? But it's wing and big.
Yeah.
The two spots.
That, and I still would throw in, and this is maybe not what you draft for. This could be more of a free agent play, but I still think they could use another playmaker. So that's like deeper point guard depth. I mean, right now, the point guard really is Fox, obviously, and then they go to Monk. Mitchell plays, but he's not necessarily playing the point guard. Delvedova has been hurt, but that's not something you draft for like that deep in the. I think that's more of best player available. That one you address as far as point guard depth in the free agency.
You pick that. You get Isaiah Thomas, John Wall, Derrick Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, those
sure.
Just pop them back there. What was his other question?
Sabonis and Herter hurting the team. He felt.
Yeah. It's such a nuanced and difficult conversation because there is nuance. Hurting the team. Let's start with Sabonis and broken record.
Yeah.
He's getting out muscled down low by Kevon Looney. There's rebounding wise, there's no doubt about that. He needs to do a better job at keeping Looney away from those offensive boards. His scoring is down a tick. And I've said all week long, his assists are down largely because his teammates are not making the shots that he's passing them. You look at their atrocious shooting numbers, especially from beyond the arc. And the Warriors are just completely blown up the DHO. The vitriol I've seen towards Domantas Sabonis from our own camp, fans like he's dragging us down. They should bench him for Len for 30. I mean, legit, like start Alex Len. We learned a lot about Domantas Sabonis, and he just can't play it. It's like you realize the team's not here without the year he's had on a broken hand, putting up all NBA. Like, did we just forget? You can do all that and still have a bad series. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Domantas Sabonis is the problem. I just don't think he's anywhere near what he was. Well, I mean, in itself, that is a problem, but I think a lot of that is outside of his control.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Herter, listen, let's just be honest. Kevin Herter's done a lot of good things, but he came here to be the assassin from beyond the arc, and he's been atrocious outside the three-point line. Those are just facts that you can't argue with.
Right. And I think, what Coach Brown has done really lately is played him less. I mean, he's gone to Monk. And so I said yesterday, I honestly thought in the last game, and I think Kevin would say this as an athlete. I think in the second half, the first 4 minutes he played, like I said yesterday, 2 of 4, 5 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. He was pulled. He never played again.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet Kevin's thinking, I was
getting it.
Here I go.
Yeah.
He didn't get the chance. Now, in fairness to Mike Brown, I think there were some backdoor cuts, some things, some defensive principles that maybe Kevin lost sight of that Coach Brown's like, I can't have that.
Right.
So he went out. And then the Sabonis part, here's my thought is, look, there is another team on the other side. And Dave, if you and I played pickup for 3 straight weeks, I had a week to prepare for you and then seen you every day for the last 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 full weeks. I will get better at how I cover you.
That's right.
And if my whole plan, though, is to just, I mean, obviously one-on-one's different, but like I've studied you. Everything I'm doing is to try to stop you, even if you were a team of 3 or 5, whatever it was. That's what they've done, which I think has been really smart. I think they're doing their best they can on Fox, but they felt like if we can limit or make Sabonis less than he's been during the season, that gives us our best chance to win. And I think the Warriors have done that. He's still been able to get some numbers. It just hasn't looked the same way that it did in the regular season.
I think you nailed it. And I think that that's so important for everyone to look at it that way. They knew they weren't going to stop Fox. So, shout out Dan Patrick. They're just trying to contain De'Aaron Fox. Their thought was Domantas Sabonis is the tip of the spear when it comes to the best offense in NBA history.
Yeah. Who also helps Herter and Barnes.
That's right.
And Murray. So if we limit that, they also hurt those other entities.
And during the regular season, guess what? Other teams have thought the same thing.
Yeah.
And there have been games played, I'm sure we can go back and look, where they went, we're going to go after Sabonis. And you know what happened? They got killed by the Kings shooters.
Right.
And the Kings probably won all those games by 20 points.
Yeah. Or you had a half a day. You were just in Philly, or not Philly, Denver the night before. And then you're coming here. You're like, oh, wait, yeah, we want to slow down Sabonis. But you were just thinking about you're just
right.
The league goes so fast.
Yes.
Now you've had, again, a week to prepare for the first game for a series with a game plan, adjust as it goes along, and they've had success.
And that's where some of the Sabonis slander really, really bothers me. Because, guys, the entire Warriors defensive game plan is thrown at limiting Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah.
And in even saying that on a good defensive team in the Warriors, he still hasn't had a terrible series. He's just not what he was.
Correct.
But the way this is supposed to work is, okay, they're throwing everything at Sabonis. Fox is going to Fox. You got 3 other guys on the floor. And their thing, which is part of the reason you heard Mike Brown say yesterday, and this is where everyone needs to put this all together, where Mike Brown said, we actually have had more open looks from 3 than any other team in the playoffs. Why do you think in part that is? It's because they're focusing on Domantas Sabonis. Spend less energy on Domas getting owned by Kevon Looney and choking in the playoffs, and actually look at the bigger picture that the other 3 guys on the floor with Sabonis and Fox are not doing their jobs as well as they normally would.
Yep.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
Far ahead of Domantas Sabonis, who is not blameless, but certainly is not one of the GOATs of this series.
Right.
Not the new GOAT, the classic GOAT. We'll take a break. When we come back, all right, we've got audio. We didn't get to the audio just now. A lot of it was Warriors stuff. We've got both Kings and Warriors audio as we preview tonight's Game 6 coming up in just 1 minute.
Sactown Sports is Sacramento's new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
It feels awesome. We deserve this. Let's go, Niners!
Purdy.
Purdy going to throw, and it is Kittle in the back of the end zone.
Samuel.
Debo 10. Debo, touchdown!
And McCaffrey.
Touchdown! CMC!
They all live here on Sactown Sports.
Your official home for 49ers football.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current. Roseville Electric provides you with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. Whether you're looking to go electric, reduce your carbon footprint, or simply save on your monthly energy bill, Roseville Electric has a solution for you. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
The folks at M&S Auto know that inflation is tough on everybody. If you need an excellent, gently used car or truck, M&S has hundreds of vehicles on the lot on El Camino just off the Cap City Freeway. M&S customers get great deals and they save thousands. Get a great deal now on super clean 4x4s, including Tacomas, Silverados, and Jeeps, and muscle cars, Challengers, Teslas, Mustangs, and even the occasional McLaren. M&S Auto, msautogroup.com.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
Having a team like this, man, being all together, having HB, having Domas, having Fox, having Deli help us, because he's been in a lot of situations like this, having a coach like Mike Brown. So we all just rely on them.
Is that a difficult one to flush and move on from last night?
Yeah, but we got to because we play tomorrow at 5. So we just got to get that out of our heads and go win one in Golden State.
9 hours away, probably exactly or near 9 hours away. We'll be tipping off at Chase Center, and what will either be the final game of the season, no more beams until next year, or will be one of the most memorable, in a good way, games in Sacramento Kings history.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it's as simple as that. What's at stake here, and they know it. Warriors, I mean, we played the soundbite earlier of Clay, like how great the win they felt Game 5 was. They knew they had to win here. They don't want to come back here.
Nope.
And I don't know if it's as simple as, like, we've used terms house money, but just playing kind of free, I think is a way for the Kings to look at it. Yeah, what's at stake is you lose, you're done, but also just laying it all out there. I mean, all the cliches, but it's just play free, let her rip, and see what you can do.
There haven't been a lot of adjustments. Well, there have been 0 adjustments from the Kings when it comes to starting lineup. Obviously, Mike Brown has had to shuffle a deck of cards when it comes to rotations afterwards and playing with minutes back and forth. I will ask you this. If you are Mike Brown going into tonight, do you make a starting lineup adjustment?
I wouldn't.
No.
But, I mean, if I had a, Jordy Fernandez or Doug Christie or, Luke Laux, Jay Triano, if they're like, hey, this – whatever. We found a metric that when this 5 is on the floor, this is better if they've found that. But, I mean, I don't feel like they've getting blown out in first quarters. I don't think the starters, like the totality, have, been brutal or anything. There's individuals in games, but I think he'll just keep doing what he's doing. And if any of those guys are slightly off or breaking some defensive principles, here comes Davion, here comes Monk, here comes Lyles, that kind of thing.
Jubei Jackson on the YouTube chat. The caller said Herter and Sabonis are hurting the team. You're making excuses for all-star Sabonis. He needs to make adjustments. Okay, what? What adjustments? I mean, honestly, I'm asking you. What? Because that's a lot of times I see the statements which completely rolled through our explanation of, well, you need to look at what Golden State's doing to scheme on Sabonis.
Yeah.
But you get the statement, well, what is the answer? Does he need to want it more? Does he need to get more physical?
Yeah. Well, I think he's getting plenty physical. I think one that was talked about, and I think he did a little better. I could see this, like, they're dropping the coverage on him. They're giving him that foul line to extend the jump. He took it a few more times.
I agree with you. Take the elbow.
Now, I still think in DeMontis' DNA and in the team's DNA, DeMontis could have 8 points and be awesome.
Yes.
But right now, you kind of need him to be in the 17 to 22 and still be awesome with assists. He has to work harder to get to his numbers. He's been kind of getting to his numbers. But, you look at the success that Draymond and Looney have had, and I think that's partly also what's put I would say, a shadow on DeMontis.
And I'd far rather have an 8.16 assist DeMontis Sabonis than a 30.5 assist DeMontis Sabonis.
Probably the Kings would too.
I mean, and I think
that means other guys are scoring.
That's exactly right. Because remember, if he's getting assists, that means they're making baskets. And he's not blameless. I mean, we said this before. He's not blameless. I'm sure if DeMontis was sitting here right now, he'd be like, no, I need to do this, this, and this better.
Yeah.
100%. And you can start with taking more of those elbow jumpers and maybe being a little bit more selfish. I even understand that part. We've said it many times. The selfishness or unselfishness is something they've ridden all year, him being a playmaker. Let me go back to the starting lineup thing, because this is what's been floated the most, has been Kevin Huerter's spot. And the idea would be, do you either start Fox and Mitchell, or do you start Fox and Monk and let them go? Would you even consider either of those, or do you think that looks like a panic move?
I wouldn't say it looks like a panic move. I'm sure they've discussed it. You asked me if I wouldn't, but that doesn't mean, look, I'm going to trust them far more than my judgment on it. But if they truly believe that's helpful, I think there's a lot of coaches also kind of like that spark. We've seen when Fox didn't play, it's like, oh, Monk probably makes the most sense. No, they'll start Mitchell. Or if Huerter were out, oh, they're going to start Monk. No, they start Terrence Davis. Obviously they like Monk's role as someone that can change the game a little bit coming off the bench. Mitchell would be one that would be interesting because, I mean, I guess from the get-go he could start on Curry, but again, he comes in like 4 minutes into the game. So, and I feel like, I don't know what the score is every time he comes in, but it seems like it's about 10-8. I mean, it's not like anything has happened there. So I don't know if they want to switch it, go for it.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so either.
It's a discussion. Again, just kind of leaving again why I think the Sabonis conversation is so darn incomplete that I see on our YouTube chats. We need Sabonis to be more aggressive. We need Sabonis to shoot more. He went away. The guy who texted earlier, Jabay Jackson, he went away from shooting, Dave. That had nothing to do with Golden State. That's him. Okay. And again, you take the comments,
okay,
but let's take a deeper look. Just real quick. Domantas Sabonis in this series is taking 14.2 shots per game.
That's, I bet, up. Is it, or about the same as the regular season?
Domantas Sabonis in the regular season is taking 11.9
okay,
shots per game.
It is up.
He's actually shooting the ball 2.5 more times per game in the series. Now, I'm sure that will now be amended by people who say, well, he needs to take more of this shot or that shot. I agree with you. I'd like to see him take more elbow jumpers.
Yeah.
But please just don't discount what the Warriors are doing. And it's not just to Sabonis.
Right.
They're blowing up the dribble handoff. They're doing everything they can. Just like on defense in the first two games. Remember, people were talking about how genius Mike Brown was by having his defenders, when they're on Draymond, when they're on Clay, when they're on Steph, waving their hands, just trying to blow up just trying to mess with their sight and blowing up those passing lanes. The Warriors are doing the same thing to Sabonis.
Yeah.
Go after the other guys first, because the other guys are not carrying their water, far less than Domantas Sabonis is. That's my only contention.
Yeah, well, and then that's what makes great players so difficult to guard. Let's even look at De'Aaron for this matter. I'm sure, to me, if I'm an opposing team, until De'Aaron proves to me that he's going to make his threes consistently, I'm going to drop my coverage. I'm going to go under screens.
Absolutely.
I'm going to respect the speed, the quickness, his ability to get to the basket, clog the paint. De'Aaron has shot the three ball pretty well in this series. Mm-hmm. So then all of a sudden it's like, wow, now he becomes super difficult to cover. Kings are probably trying to limit the amount of threes that Steph Curry makes because, I mean, those are just killers. Last game, he goes 2 for 10. That's a bad shooting night for Steph Curry. He makes 10 two-pointers. He gets into the key, spins, turns, slices, throws up some really difficult shots because he's that good. So on that sense, they're doing some different things to Sabonis. I think in the offseason, though, in fairness on the criticism to him, he's got to find those counters. All right, this is what they did to me specifically. How, if I'm in this spot again in the regular season and probably more likely in a postseason when someone else goes, this is what we want to do.
Right.
Now I've had an offseason to really spend time, unearth it, and go, this is what I have to do to counter that.
I think that because we have hours to fill and we want to go into nuance, I think that's one thing. But Jason, and push back on me, I don't think it's incredibly. In fact, I think this is about the easiest series I've ever had to analyze. Their shooters have to make their shots. They're not making their shots. They haven't made their shots all series. Everything Golden State is doing is working right now, because their shooters aren't making their shots, because they're shooting 25% every game from beyond the arc. And to the guy's point earlier about it's not anything the Warriors are doing, on that one I agree with. Again, Mike Brown, more open looks from three than any team in the playoffs. They're open. It's not the Warriors' defense. They're not making their shots. So we can analyze every little thing we want all over the place. It's very simple. If they're outside shooters, make their shots, Kings are going to win the game.
They were second best in the year all season to do that. And now they're second to last?
Second to last.
16
only ahead
teams?
of the Knicks.
Yeah.
31%. I think they're 7 points off their average for the year. That's the whole analysis of this entire series. And, the broken finger. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's look at the playoff history in Game 6. Not all bad. Not all, Jason's got the numbers for you next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
Hashtag blame Simone. She forgot to appropriately dress baby Yoda today.
She was too busy taking all the compliments.
Yeah, telling people how big of a deal she is. Simone, literally 3 women just walked up to Simone and oh, we listen to you guys every day. And then she's like, oh, but you're Simone though, right? And then Simone's like, oh yeah, that's Rami and Nick and that's Jay over there.
The guys. Cattles and Rami.
Yeah,
the Cattles and Rami show or whatever.
You're right.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. Spring officially here. And with the long, cold, and rainy winter behind us, I'm sure you're counting the days until summer. But don't wait until it's hot to make sure your air conditioner is working efficiently and, most importantly, safely. Get ahead of the problem with a $49 AC tune-up from American Energy Heat and Air. There's nothing worse than your air conditioner going out when it's hot outside. Get a tune-up today and make sure you and your family are comfortable and cool in your home for the hot summer months that are right around the corner. Give them a call, 916-520-9990, or schedule your appointment online at AmericanEnergyAir.com. Better Business Bureau, A+ rating. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. Easy, convenient payment options, same as cash, low monthly payments through financing partners. What do you need? 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
O'Reilly. Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery needs to be replaced, our professional parts people can help you find the best Superstart battery for your vehicle and budget. Don't wait. Get your battery tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040. That's 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
Nothing tastes better than a craft beer on a beautiful afternoon. Sunrise Marketplace is transforming the Sunrise Mall parking lot into a backyard hangout on May 20th. There will be craft breweries, home brewers, cideries, meaderies, food trucks, and backyard games. This will be one of the best events happening this year. Tickets are on sale now at shopsmp.com. Use discount code HBREW23 for $5 off general admission. Every ticket helps support Citrus Heights Heart and Citrus Heights Chamber of Commerce.
At the Gonzalez Law Office, we focus on trials and litigation to achieve the best result. For over a decade, Jonathan Gonzalez has conducted more than 60 jury trials to verdict, and since 2016 has only lost 2. We understand how to fight for our clients and make sure our clients get the best results. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call us to handle all your criminal and injury cases. 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187. Or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports Headlines. I'm Jay Mars. It's a big Game 6 tonight for the Sacramento Kings as they head down to San Francisco to take on the Warriors. A loss and their season is done, but a win would bring the series back for a decisive Game 7 at Golden One Center on Sunday. Our coverage begins with game night at 3:30, followed by tip-off at 5 with the G-Man right here on Sactown Sports. The first round of the NFL Draft concluded yesterday with Alabama quarterback Bryce Young going number 1 to the Carolina Panthers. The San Francisco 49ers did not have a pick in round 1. They'll make their first pick today in round 3. And in other NFL notes, Lamar Jackson finally got the bag.
For the next 5 years, it's a lot of flock going on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to light up M&T for the next 5 years, man. Let's get it.
You can read more about Jackson's new deal and also whether or not the 49ers have been having trade talks around quarterback Trey Lance right now at SactownSports.com. And as a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Actually, I haven't checked in a while. I'll look at the team log here as to what the Kings have shot in the from beyond the arc in each game. I know it's not great. I can report that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Game 1 in a win. The Kings shot 37.5%. I remember looking at that and going, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's not what they can do. God,
I think we said that like, man, they didn't even hit their threes.
I would kill for 37. If they shoot 37.5% tonight, they're either going to win or it's going to be incredibly close.
Yeah.
Game 2.
Season low, by the way, was game 2.
23.7%.
They tried to beat it in game 3.
Game 3. All right. Could they do any better? 23.4%. That's not great. Game 4.
Game 4 was good.
Game 4, the Sacramento Kings in a 1-point loss, 40%.
Okay.
I'll take that any day of the week. Game 5. The Kings shot 29.4%. So
in 3 games, 29.
In 3 games, 29. What was it? 29? Wasn't it 2 23s? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right.
23 point, like a 23.1, a 23.5, whatever it was.
And the best one was 40, but it's also the biggest miss of the series.
Yeah. Then the one at the end they missed. So it's the again, it would be a real boring 4 hours. It would be a real boring 4 hours.
Make your shots.
Yeah, make your shots, guys. I just honestly, Jason, since I heard Mike Brown say it, because that's the other end of the spectrum. Well, they're not making their threes. Yeah. Okay, well, but what's Golden State doing? And oh wow, Golden State must really have this like amazing game plan going right now. And how are they? Sabonis, they're shutting down and they're going out on the threes and they're doing this great thing. And then Mike Brown comes out. Well, our analytics say that we've had the most open 3-point shots of anyone in the playoffs so far. Okay.
What's next?
Because that nails it for me.
Yeah.
Make your shots.
Make your shots.
You're open.
Shoot the ball, man. Make the ball. Make the shots.
The ball the right way.
Yes.
Game 6, Jason Ross.
Yes. History of Game 6. This will be the 5th time that the Sacramento Kings, our lovely Kings in the Sacramento era, have been in a Game 6. If we go back to the longest time ago, was 2002, and a game we alluded to earlier, it was a 3-2 series lead going down to then Staples Center. Kings were up. They did lose that very famous Game 6, which becomes so famous about it is the foul discrepancy. A lot of people feel like there was more to that game. So we brought it up very early in the show, Dave, but if the saying was, this has been a great Kings-Lakers series, the league wants 7 games.
Yes.
Well, the league got 7 games. I'm going to stay away from believing on these things because I try to live here in this happy tree spot. But if you allow yourself to go there, I think the league has seen record numbers by this Kings-Warriors series.
They have.
And they would probably like a Game 7 on Sunday. Yeah. Right now, all that's scheduled on Sunday is Game 1 of the Knicks and the Heat.
Nobody cares about that.
So you could have a Game 7 Lakers-Memphis, Game 7 Kings-Warriors. I think if you ask the people in the league, they would love to have both of those.
Yeah.
So what can you do to make that happen?
And by the way, just a small note, the amount of revenue the league, and oh, by the way, the Kings would get out of a Game 7 at Gold One Center.
And the radio station.
We would really love it. Oh, it sucks it's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But yes, we would really love to be able to talk about that. What can they do, Jason?
Well, we'll see. That was Game 6 back then. The Kings did lose that game. It forced a Game 7. We know what happened there. 2003, the very next year, this was a game Jay was alluding to, or no, actually it was 2004, but 2003, Mavericks were in town. Kings were in game 6 at home, needing to win to stay alive. They were down 3-2.
Yes.
Kings did win.
They did.
Forced to game 7.
Yes.
Went to Dallas, unfortunately.
Yeah,
lost that. Game 7s haven't been too kind to the Kings.
No, they have not.
The year after that, 2004. I remember this. This was on my birthday. I'm like, the Kings are not going to lose today. And they didn't lose. It was the Anthony Peeler, Kevin Garnett game. A little pushing and shoving.
Yep.
Fans were throwing, they weren't glow sticks, or they were glow sticks.
Yeah,
whatever it was, got thrown
were.
out onto the court. Big play late after that was Flip Saunders. The late, great Flip Saunders had to choose someone on the Kings bench to shoot free throws. And he took Jabari Smith, who hadn't played in the series. And when Jabari made the 2 free throws, the place went absolutely nuts.
Jabari was over there on his Game Boy.
Yes.
Just doing his thing.
Answering pages.
Now his son's number 3 pick in the drafts.
Kings ultimately had to go to Minnesota, lost game 7, but they rallied at home. And then the other time, 2006, Kings were down 3-2. Spurs came back here. They did eliminate the Kings. So the game 6, by and large, in their history, Kings were 3-1. That means nothing for tonight,
Sure.
but they've been in this moment before as a franchise.
Game 7s, as you said,
has been awful. But put them in that spot again. Let's see. Like to get there.
Would 1,000,000,000,000% take that. The work's cut out for him tonight. They're gonna need to pick up De'Aaron Fox. I think that I think a really big question is gonna be. I told you it's gonna go probably 3 ways. Number one, that pain that he was obviously experiencing going 0 of 6 with 2 turnovers in the fourth quarter. He's obviously bothered by that finger. That's going to carry over, and he's going to be very ineffective. So and I'm not putting these, by the way, in the order of most likely. Just option 2.
By the way, on his injury, like for all of us, generally the first day or 2 after an injury is kind of painful, and it gets better. I don't know if it's better yet, though, on the pain level.
I mean, exactly. Plus, it's it's broken. It's a fracture. So number 2, he feels better. He feels as good as he felt before the last game, and he comes out and he just has a great 4 quarters. Or number 3, which is probably the closest I think to being likely, is he feels better. He comes out, and as the game wears on, the more likely, just like in the last game, he's going to be ineffective. So they got it. They got a game plan for that, and if that means De'Aaron Fox is playing decoy at times, that's fine too.
Yeah,
but it's not just his shooting, as we noticed in the last game. His shooting definitely was trailing off as the game went on. I noticed his handle was trailing off quite a bit as the game wore on. And if he doesn't have his handle and he doesn't have a shot, the poor guy, that's his 2 main weapons.
Right. And if it's as the game goes on, the fourth quarter has been another weapon. He's been the best player in so many games in the fourth quarter.
That's right.
And so you really were in that spot where you needed him.
Yeah.
On the night he gets the clutch award, on the night Sabonis gets the rebounding champion award, Sabonis was out-rebounded, the team was, really, by Looney and Draymond Green, but really Looney. And then here's Fox not scoring in the fourth quarter, which is incredibly rare for him.
Well, I'll go back to my whole idea yesterday. Start Davion Mitchell and bring in De'Aaron Fox in the fourth quarter. He's your closer. If you're going to get 1 quarter out
Coach
of De'Aaron
Carmichael
Fox,
Dave would do that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why Carmichael Dave is not a coach. Thank you to Adam, by the way. Adam Eaton, for always giving us our stats. We appreciate that. During the regular season, the Sacramento Kings shot 37% from beyond the arc. In this series, the Sacramento Kings are 56 of 186 for a 30%.
So considerably down. Obviously, I think the playoffs tend to do that a little bit. Like, you go around the league, and that's why when Jimmy Butler goes for 56, it's amazing. When Fox has 2 38-point games, it's amazing. But people are scheming, like Donovan Mitchell, great scorer, great playoff player, had 9 in a game. It's just, there's another team out there trying to take things away. Kings are doing their best on Curry.
Yes.
And he's averaging 30. It's incredible what some people can still do. So they gotta still try to crack the code and hopefully find that game if they have that many open threes, maybe more like game 4 where they shoot 40%.
Here's what Mike Brown said about what he's learned about the Kings in the playoffs so far.
The first one is we're more than capable of being a physical defensive team when we want to. That's the biggest thing. On top of that, the sense of urgency is being shown for closer to 48 minutes now than what it was almost at any time during the regular season. Our ability to compete no matter what the score is. So, you saw some of our resiliency during the regular season, and now to see it in this environment versus a championship-laden team is also a good thing in my opinion to see.
Let's go to the other side here real quick. We haven't heard from Steve Kerr yet. Listen, now from the Warriors angle, they've won 3 straight after digging out of an 0-2 hole, and he talked about that.
We understand the nature of a 7-game series. It's a long haul, and you have to grow within the series, and we did that after the first 2 games. Those first 2 that we lost, we didn't rebound. We turned the ball over like crazy, and the next 3 we have done a good job in those areas and evened out the possession game, which is really important for us. If we can keep the possessions even, we usually win because of our shooting, and it's not done yet, though. We've done it well for 3 games. We got to do it again.
Yeah, those have been his points, rebounding and turnovers. Yeah. And the game, too, they were awful with the basketball, turning it all over here. But they've cleaned that up a little bit in rebounding, offensive rebounding. Game 4, Kings were killing them on the glass in the first half. Then it got better, and you could see that's how the Warriors tightened it up.
Make your shots, clean the glass, you win the game.
Yeah.
There's your keys to the game for the Kings. Any broadcasters out there, you're welcome. There's a segment for you. We'll take a break. When we come back, I don't know who's hot. I don't know who's not, but I have a feeling Jay has the answers for that. And going streaking, 3 in the key, that's a benchmark segment. We'll do it all next.
Sactown Sports wants to congratulate Kings head coach Mike Brown for being the first coach to unanimously win the NBA Coach of the Year award.
100 first place votes, first time ever. Wow. A unanimous decision.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank everybody. I'm really appreciative of being in Sacramento. The fans, the city has been fantastic.
How will Coach Brown lead the Kings during the playoffs?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com to find out.
Jason Ross here to tell you about my friends at ACR Solar and ACR Home Services. They've been absolutely incredible for us, and I'm going to tell you they could do the exact same for you. Just great people, quality work, and for us, we needed a brand new roof. We met with a couple different roofing companies. You want to get multiple estimates, and so when we finally talked to the great folks at ACR Solar and Home Services, this was the pairing and the partnership we wanted to get involved with. When we talked to Joe Peterson, their roofing expert, he explained everything so thoroughly, had years and years of experience, and just told us exactly how the whole thing would go down. And John, the owner, just incredible people over there, and they help take care of us. They could help take care of you. It's a big project, and timelines and just the consistency with their messaging of how everything would go and when people would show up at the house and what was going to go on each and every day. That was all very important to myself and my wife, and the follow-throughs were all there. The deliverables were awesome, and the end result, we got a brand new roof that looks great. Curb appeal, home value, all the things, but most importantly, the peace of mind. We are safe, secure in our home with a brand new roof that'll last us many, many years. If you've got home services, pool solar, roofing, whatever it might be, check out acrsolar.com.
Progressive presents Precious Moments.
Hey, Jess, want to come for a ride on my motorcycle? We can talk about our feelings and explore our emotional compatibility.
I thought you'd never ask.
The exchange you just heard didn't actually happen, but it could. Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive, and you could use the savings to make sure the motorcycle is always ready for your dream girl. So keep the dream alive and the savings coming with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better, and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton & Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
The summer's heating up with some of your favorite country stars at Lake Tahoe Outdoor Arena at Harvey's. Featuring country's biggest stars. Dierks Bentley's Gravel and Gold Tour, Friday, August 4th. Sam Hunt's Summer on the Outskirts Tour, Sunday, August 13th. Darius Rucker's Starting Fires Tour, Saturday, August 19th. King Brown's Drunkard Dreaming Tour, Thursday, August 31st. And Friday, September 1st. Don't miss these country all-stars plus more. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. and apeconcerts.com.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Jason Ross.
What's that, Jay?
Who is hot?
Who is hot? Please tell us.
Joel Embiid is hot.
What's he done? Where's he been?
He's the only one of the top 5 scorers in the NBA this season to still be in the playoffs.
Is that right?
That's correct.
What happened to the other 4? They lost?
They're not in the playoffs anymore.
Did they all make it, actually?
I don't know if they all made it.
Okay, but he's the only one.
He's the only one left?
Okay.
Who's not?
Who's not?
Potentially. Our Sacramento Kings. They're playing a game 6 in San Francisco last night, and the Warriors have a guy on their team named Klay Thompson who has this nickname Game 6 Clay.
Yeah.
You want to know what his stats are in Game 6s since 2016?
Not really, but I think you're going to say it.
He's played in 8 games. Over that span, he's averaging 26 points on 52% from 3. And the Warriors are 6-2 in those games. So you are telling me there's a chance.
Hey, they've lost twice.
They have lost twice. Joel Embiid. This is his. Hey, listen, if they're able to beat the Celtics, now all of a sudden a lot of that. The MVP voting's done. It'd be very interesting, though, because you still have Jokic and Embiid going in the playoffs. And that's not fair because Denver's not facing Boston and Philly's not facing, whoever the heck Denver's going to end up facing. It's not exactly the same. But it is interesting with all the narratives going on that those two are still alive. And by the way, not that it would be my top choice, but I am here for a Denver-Philly finals. That would actually be quite the fun narrative series because it would be eye test versus analytics. Those crowds.
It would be very like 1994-ish Hakeem versus Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
At that time was kind of in the same realm.
Yeah. You've got 2 lines drawn down the middle of NBA fans that are the numbers based, and that's Jokic, and then Embiid, who by the way has great numbers, but also like look at him play, look at Jokic play. I think a lot of the knock on Jokic honestly is because he looks like he plays at the YMCA. We
don't know that he doesn't.
No, that's a great point right there. By the way, did you see the clip of the team that showed up at a YMCA?
Yes.
I think it was all in Jokic jerseys.
No,
and
that's hilarious.
Basically played like Jokic.
They look like Jokic.
They all look like him, and all they're doing is pass, layup, just blow.
So like 5 people in Jokic jerseys.
All in Jokic jerseys.
Hilarious.
It was hilarious. All right, let's go streaking, shall we?
Okay.
I hope.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend.
That's
on
not it.
Sactown
Because
Sports.
I got distracted by Nate Littlefield
Nate.
asking a question I had already answered.
Come on, Nate.
Seriously, Nate. Be better.
No.
Oh.
I thought we're streaking.
Now we're
Sorry.
streaking. Wow. All right.
This is a bad day.
Jay Mars.
Can we rewind the tape?
I mean, are you not game 6 ready?
I'm not. Golly, man. Just takes one text message from one.
Well, was it important?
So
Rattled him.
we have a producer's thread, and Joe DeRose has in that thread that Nate's on.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any guests on today? Which I said no.
Right.
So, of course, Nate texted me right when we were getting ready to do that. Hey, do you have any guests on today?
Yeah. Nate the Animal Littlefield.
The Animal.
Yeah. Reading is fundamental. All right.
Ravaging through our show today. Let's go streaking.
Let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking!
Well, Dave, let's recap yesterday. You were still with Jacques Peterson.
Jacques.
Your streak ended.
Yeah, I figured. That's again. I'm going back and forth. I'm one hand behind my back. Am I doing that for any other reason other than so I can have it as an excuse? No. I like having the excuse. So we'll start again.
I was trying to extend my streak. I went with Randy Arozarena, Tampa Bay. The Rays had like 20 hits. Randy did not have a hit. My streak is over.
Randy, you big fat letdown.
Did he at least walk?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
But we have another member of our trio, and that's Jay Mars.
Uh-oh.
Who went with Mike Trout. And I'm looking at all these runs the Angels are scoring. I'm like, Jay could tie the record with a 6-game hit streak. Mike Trout was 0 for 4, and then his last plate appearance.
Oh.
He got a hit. Jay's alive.
Jay extending the streak. He's close to, he's one back, right?
No, he's tied it.
Oh.
He's at 6.
Oh, man. Everyone on the show's gotten 6 but me. I don't think I've even gotten 4. Yeah, one of you guys better get 7.
So Jay has a chance today when his nominee to have the new show record of 7-game hit streak. Dave, you and I are trying to start with 1. So who are you going today?
I have announcements today.
Okay.
We're where are we about 22, 25 games into the season.
Yeah.
A lot of season left. I'm done screwing myself here. I'm officially ending I thought I could get through the year going back and forth between all of the majors and then the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You're here to win.
I'm leveling the playing field now, guys. Yeah. And this is where the streak starts for real.
Okay.
All right.
This time it's for real.
Let's go with a guy who many people have used a play-by-play call with his name in it, Nick Castellanos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got any examples?
None that come to mind.
Okay.
Carla's husband from Cheers.
Yes. It was a long drive to deep left field.
Okay. Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, Nick Castellanos.
I am going to go with, I think it's the first time I've selected a Dodger. But
good call.
Is it Fred or Freddie Freeman? Fred? He goes by Fred?
Fred. The N is silent.
E.
Yeah.
Freeman.
Fred.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Freddie Freeman.
Damn.
Smooth swinging lefty.
Yeah.
Jay Mars to set a new show record. There's a lot of pressure on you.
A lot of pressure on you.
Well, this guy's going to have a lot of pressure today because not only is he trying to extend my streak, got a lot of fans watching the game tonight he's going to be at.
Are you picking on the A's again?
No, never. Give me Brett Rooker from the Oakland A's.
Oh, you're picking an A.
You're picking an A.
Wow, I love that to break the streak.
Picking an A to possibly break the record. Wow. Did the A's take Shohei Ohtani deep, twice yesterday?
Yeah, he had a rough day.
And tonight they're going up against Luis Cessa, who is 0-3 with a 10.8 ERA.
Look at Jay advanced scouting.
He is kind of advanced scouting.
That's smart, though.
Well, that's good.
That's how you get to a 6-game hit streak.
That is how you get to a 6-game hit streak.
All right, now get to 7.
Now, which might be our final Kings edition, could be. Time to go to 3 in the key. Da-da-da-da. Let's go. All
right. Dave, we were talking about this before earlier in the show as far as some things that have hurt the Kings in the past in the playoffs, but we're going to see what it does today. We're going with our first category, free throws by the Kings, makes and attempts tonight.
I'm going to go 24 of 28.
Yeah.
Come on, refs.
Okay. I have 16 of 21. Jay?
36 of 40.
Oh my gosh.
Kings shoot 27 free throws in the fourth quarter.
That sounds familiar. Okay. Dave, we are looking for the top 2 scores for the Kings tonight in their point total.
Okay. I will go with we'll go Keegan Murray and Malik Monk.
And what do they have? Murray's the leading scorer, huh?
No. Monk will have 30. Keegan will have 24.
Okay. I am going to go with Fox 24, Monk 19. Jay?
Wow. Sabonis 35.
There you are again.
It's going to happen. I'm willing it to happen tonight. And Keegan with 24.
Okay. Big night by Keegan.
That's what you gave him, too. All right, call your shot, Dave. Something that happens tonight that you are predicting. Some outlier, something different, something out there.
I'm going to say, screw it. I think this has been my one for like every game pretty much, other than the ref shoe stuff thing. Kevin Herter's going to bust 20. Got to be right at some point, right? Got to ride for my guy.
Okay.
And that 20 points, by the way, brought to you by Jiffy Lube.
There you go.
Yeah,
Nicely
tonight's performance.
I was going to go back to the well, but I'm changing it. I was going to go. We're going to have an overtime game. We haven't had that yet. We've been close. I'm going to go with this as a rando, but he's going to play some in here. Alex Len will have what we deem is the block of the year.
Wow.
The block of the year.
He had a really big block. What was it, game one?
This could be better.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Alex Len block of the year. Jay?
Wow.
See ya at Golden One Center on Sunday for Game 7.
He did it.
I hope that.
Well, if Sabonis gets 35 and the Kings go 36-40 and they don't get to Game 7, man.
I hope out of all your dumb calls that you've got lucky with this year.
What are you talking about?
This is a man on a 6-game hit streak. Respect.
6-game hit streak.
Keegan's career high 30 after he had like 0.
What was the time where he called everything right and you guys totally faked me out?
for about a week?
No, it was multiple weeks.
A long time. Celebrity birthdays. I hope they all come together for this one.
Okay.
If that happens,
so
Jay,
you're rooting for me.
I will not only am I rooting for you, I will give you full praise and credit.
Wow.
On Monday, off the air. We'll take a break. When we come back, all right, make your case, everybody, for the Kings winning Game 6 tonight. This time, it's for real. We're right back on SactownSports.com.
It's Cattles and Rami.
I'm going with one of the ones that gets on my nerves is this guy plays through the whistle. Plays through the whistle. No, he doesn't. Simone.
He's got great football IQ, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I'm next. He's a hard hat guy. Yeah.
Yep.
He puts his hard hat on and he goes to work, Rami.
Lunch pail guy. Yeah, I had hard hat and lunch pail.
Yeah.
First on my draft board.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, basketball fans, the playoffs are here and Sacramento's ready to win it all. And while you're cheering them on, you're going to want a nice, cool home to watch those games in. That's why you should call Fox Family Heating and Air for all of your air conditioning repair needs. With our amazing technicians and lifetime warranty on most repairs, we'll make sure that your home stays cool and comfortable for the playoffs. So come on, beat the buzzer and call Fox Family Heating and Air today.
Fox Family Heating and Air.
Great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for free personalized arch support, fitting, and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com. Global Touchpoints Inc. has a job opening for a QA engineer in Roseville, California. Please send resumes to Global Touchpoints Inc., 3017 Douglas Boulevard, Suite 300, Roseville, California, 95661. No walk-ins, please.
Feel and hear the power of America's muscle cars and more at the Trans Am Speed Fest, May 5th through 7th at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Enjoy the open race paddock and be immersed among the teams. From the top of the corkscrew to the bottom of Turn 1, it's 3 days of racing thrills for the whole family. For tickets, call 831-242-8200. That's 831-242-8200. Or visit WeatherTechRaceway.com. The Trans Am Speed Fest, May 5th through 7th at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca in Monterey. KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. It's a big Game 6 tonight for the Sacramento Kings as they head down to San Francisco to take on the Warriors. A loss and their season is done, but a win would bring the series back for a decisive Game 7 at Golden One Center on Sunday. Our coverage begins with game night at 3:30, followed by tip-off at 5 with the G-Man right here on Sactown Sports. The first round of the NFL Draft concluded yesterday with Alabama quarterback Bryce Young going number 1 to the Carolina Panthers. The San Francisco 49ers did not have a pick in round 1. They'll make their first pick today in round 3. And in other NFL notes, Lamar Jackson finally got the bag.
For the next 5 years, it's a lot of flock going on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to light up M&T for the next 5 years, man. Let's get it.
You can read more about Jackson's new deal and also whether or not the 49ers have been having trade talks around quarterback Trey Lance right now at SactownSports.com. And as a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Text line 916-339-1140. Dave is in love with Kevin Huerter. You're insane to think he's going to drop 20. I hope he does, though. Well, first I will say, yes, I love Kevin Huerter. Love all the guys. But Kevin's been our guy all year.
Oh, my gosh.
I see yesterday. Who said it? Was somebody talking about journalists saying we and how it's a big no-no? I was like, man, I went past that one about 20 years ago. Like, it's always we. But I'm also not anywhere close to a journalist. I'm a Kings fan, and I love all the players. And I'd be lying if I told you anything other than the fact that we've gotten to know Kevin this year, that he's been on with us and all that. Yeah, I got a special place in my heart for him. And I really, really hope he does well tonight. Mm-hmm. I hope Kevin, you know what?
What?
Perfect scenario. Kevin Huerter finally cures his allergy to 30. Goes for like 33 tonight in a win, and it's Kevin Huerter that's the leading scorer. Like, that would probably be my favorite. Well, okay, like Fox scoring 50 would be pretty dope with the broken finger, but what a story that would be.
I'm sure there's a scenario where this could happen, but if Huerter went for 30 plus, don't they win? I mean, I'm sure there's obviously scenarios where it doesn't happen, but it feels like that's been missing from the series.
It's all about just increasing chances. Like during the break, I saw somebody saying, well, shooting hasn't necessarily won the series or swung any game in this series. The Kings shot like crap from 3 in game 1 and 2, and they won. Mm-hmm. They shot 40% in game 4 and they lost, but it's not you're guaranteed to win if you shoot well from 3. It's not that you're guaranteed to win if Kevin Huerter goes for 30 or more. I like my chances more.
Right.
Now, that being said, we've had how many times have we had this conversation this year in the regular season where it's like, wow, Jason, if you'd have told me that De'Aaron Fox would be 2 of 15 and the Kings would shoot 50% from the line and they'd win the game, and they won the game. There's outliers, but you want to increase your odds in all cases. So tonight, 5-ish, 5 p.m., about 8 hours from now, give or take, Kings will be tipping off Game 6. Chase Center. The Kings win this game. How? Most likely for you. That's your scenario.
So we got to make a case for this, right?
Yeah.
Well, besides all the, I think in all of this, it's all how you look at something. I'm going to go back to Game 5 and frame this scenario. So this is what happened literally, factually in Game 5. I think Mark Jones, who joined us yesterday, said Clay had the Clay game.
Yes.
So Clay was good. Steph scored 31. Draymond had 20 points for the first time since Christmas of 2019. Kevon Looney had a career playoff high rebounds against the King, himself, but against any King, and they've played against Shaq, Garnett, Duncan, Nowitzki, all these ledge, Carmelo, and it's Kevon Looney. All those things happened in the game. Wiggins still scored 20. Poole was in double figures. All that happened. And it's a 1-point game with 4 minutes to go where we're going.
Yeah.
Keegan didn't get a shot attempt in the second half.
King didn't take a shot after the first quarter, right?
De'Aaron didn't score in the fourth quarter.
0 of 6.
0 of 6. Herter not playing to the norm of his. Barnes and Monk were scoreless in the first half. So, again, and it's a 1-point game with 4 minutes to go. So, I don't know that all those other things are going to happen again for the Warriors, but the case is literally the better version of the Kings has to show up. It's the group that won the 48 games, the number one offense, the sharing the basketball, protecting the basketball, making difficult shots, getting the best version of Fox in the fourth quarter. To me, that's the case. It's like the Warriors now have control of the series, being up 3-2 and playing at home. They've got a game to play with. They don't want to. They want to end it tonight. So all the advantages the Kings have are now gone. But the cliche back against the wall, playing free, playing desperate. This is it. Could be the last time this group is together as a basketball team. So, I mean, you just play free.
Yeah.
You have some fun, show your love for teammates and for this team and the community and city and all that, and just let her rip. And hopefully you find that great sweet point of all the skill and talent with all the things coming together at one moment.
I agree. I think you're right about how they play, and that mentality is so important. They can't go out there and win this game, I don't think, by just freaking out, being like, we got to win, and they're just going for it and flying all over the place, because you know what? That's eventually going to result in some errant passes, some balls off of feet, that type of thing. Play your offense, but play fast, get the ball up and down. And you're right, just play freely, mentally free. Like, you know what? Worst case scenario, we're losing and there's no tomorrow here and we're going on vacation. We don't want that. So we're just going, if we're going to lose, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
But we're going to make the Warriors beat us.
Yeah, it's not like you're careless or like, I don't care. You care.
Right.
But it's like, all right, yeah, you know what's at stake if you lose. But also, you know, like you're not afraid of, oh my gosh, if we won't have to go to game 7, what the pressure? Just play. Just play.
The Warriors are 35-8 at home this year, including the playoffs.
Yeah.
You just have this mentality of guys, you know what, throw the first 5 games out the window.
Yeah.
You know you can beat this team. You know you can hang. This isn't a Cinderella story. You're not lucky to be here. You're here, and 48 minutes separates you from something super awesome, a game 7 at home. Don't worry about the crowd. Don't worry about broken fingers. Don't worry about shooting 25% from beyond the arc. Don't worry about Kevon Looney and his offense. Just go out there and do the things. And then you get into the specifics. Obviously, they need to win the offensive rebound battle. They're going to be taking lots of threes. Some of those are going to miss. Those are going to be long rebounds. They need to disrupt Golden State. Everything, you know, it's all about Steph Curry. It's all about Klay Thompson. They need to also disrupt them down low. There's too many plays where Draymond Green or Andrew Wiggins, they're just going to the hole.
Yeah.
Whether it's a layup, whether it's a dunk, they're really disrupting the Kings' interior defense. And I'll give you one number because we got to get Jay's scenario as well. I'll give you one number that I think if you told me this was going to happen, I would say the Kings win. Murray, Monk, Herter, Barnes. I need them to combine for 80 or more. That's four players.
Wow.
Somebody in there. Now, granted, they're all not going to score 20 points. Somebody in there's got to have a game. Somebody in there's got to have a 28, a 30, a 32. And then I don't mind 14 from this guy, 19 from that guy. But if you get in the 70 to 80 point range from those four guys, and then obviously you have Fox and Sabonis doing their thing. But if you can get in the 70 to 80 point range from those four guys, I think you're sitting pretty. Jay?
I'm kind of in the same boat, but a little bit different. I'm going down to three guys. You need Fox and Sabonis to play that two-man game and find a way to unlock that somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how you scheme against what the Warriors have been doing against Sabonis's offense for the 5 games. I feel like Mike Brown would have already figured that out. Maybe it's as simple as if Domas can really start knocking down outside shots, all of a sudden they have to, start playing him differently. But you have to have those two.
Yeah.
And then kind of go back again to what worked in the regular season. Who's going to be that third guy that is just absolutely torching it? Is it Keegan? Is it Kevin Herter?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Malik Monk? Hell, is it Harrison Barnes? If you get that unlocked with Domas and De'Aaron, and you just have one of those other quote unquote role players step in and have one of those big 30+ point games, I do think the Kings will win.
I did the numbers on your 4 that you said 70 to 80. Game 1, 53 in a win, but 32 of that was Monk.
Yeah.
Game 2, 48 in a win.
Mm-hmm.
Game 3, 40. That was their worst game of the series, team-wise as well. Game 4 was 48, and Game 5 was 53. So they've been in that 40 to 53 range. That's got to be a lot more.
Maybe I should have just set down to 70 than 80 then.
Well,
the 80 would be an
60.
outlier.
60 would take,
Right.
I mean, right?
60 to 70, yeah. They're in a good spot if that happens. But Fox and Sabonis need help tonight. It really,
But they got to help each other, though, too.
I don't disagree. But you've got...
And I know that's super easy just to throw out there. I understand that.
You've gotten Fox with the broken finger doing everything he can as standing toe-to-toe with Steph Curry. You've got the Warriors' entire defense focusing on Domantas Sabonis, and he's been struggling because of it. The rest of the team, that's Harrison Barnes, that's Malik Monk, that's Kevin Herter, that's Davion Mitchell, that's Keegan Murray. They've got to step up and help the two guys that have carried them all year, because that's who the Warriors in pain are trying to take out tonight. We'll take a break. When we come back, one last bit of audio as we preview Game 6. We'll hear from Coach Brown, Fox, Herter, and more. Don't go away. It's all coming up right after this.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track, makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
O'Reilly. Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery needs to be replaced, our professional parts people can help you find the best Superstart battery for your vehicle and budget. Don't wait. Get your battery tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Hey, you.
For me?
Yeah.
It's you.
So, get out of my dreams, get into my car, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of thinking about that. That's kind of,
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go to the phones, 1-800-920-1140.
It's definitely kind of that.
Hi, how are you? You're on with Dave and Jason.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, gentlemen, I got to say, we were at Game 5, and I had to tweet out Scott Moak. We were about halfway up section 221. We could not hear a single word from Scott Moak from the starting lineup until midway in the first quarter because the crowd was so loud.
Well, that's a pleasurable experience.
Is this Bench Matthew?
Yeah, Bench Matthew.
This is Bench Matthew.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta share one specific moment. My wife and I, we were so looking forward to Keegan Murray's shot, and we couldn't hear Scott Moak at all. All we heard was this tornado roar behind us. And so after one of his shots, we were waiting to hear Scott Moak say, Keegan! But all we could hear was the crowd. And so we just looked at each other at one point and just screamed, Murray!
That's kind of how you have to do it.
And we didn't know when to say it. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment. And I'll just say this. Whatever happens tonight, we live on a golf ball that is just slinging out in the universe. And we got to see our Kings get into the playoffs. And that's where we're riding today. I couldn't be more excited for this season, and just go Kings.
Go Kings. Go Kings. That's a good call. Thank you as always, Matt. Scott Moak does something that I think a lot of people don't know about. For those of you that don't go to the games, if you're on Instagram, and I'm rarely on it, that's why I just found out about it when he told me recently. As every game starts, he does a live stream of him doing the
Right.
intros. And it's especially really cool during the playoffs. He just puts his camera in front of him and on the little ridge there and just films himself, which it's very and good for him because it's incredibly difficult to look like anything but awkward when you're screaming out players' names. But somehow he makes it work. And so for those of you who are going to be watching the national coverage tonight, you're not seeing intros. Go to Scott Moak's Instagram just before the game starts. And when you see that little live button, hit it. And it's
for Game 7.
For game. Yeah, because do you know why it wouldn't work tonight, Jason?
I don't. Tell me why.
It won't work tonight because they're on the road.
I think he does that at his home. So maybe he will.
Do you ever sit there sometimes? I'm doing the show together long enough. Do you ever sit there sometimes and wondering, is he okay? It's okay.
Let me make the note of the last time I thought that.
Yesterday, about 9:30. Those Nutri-Grain bars are kicking in.
What's in those bars?
Kevin Herter says they got all the confidence in the world.
We got to respond. Missed the opportunity here tonight, but it's first team to 4, and we still have life. Got to go in there and find a way to get a win. We bounced back all year. 3-game losing streak. I don't know how many times it's happened to us this year, but I think we bounced back pretty well. Playing a really good team with all the confidence in the world. We're confident. We've been a really good road team all year. Good opportunity for this team to go in and get our first playoff on the road together as a group. We were close in Game 4. It really went down to the wire. Had a chance to win it, and we'll play desperate. Obviously, season on the line. We'll be ready.
As I was thinking about this, when Herter said that first team to 4, let me ask you this: I think by and large, there's hope, there's optimism that you can win a Game 6. Odds are that the Warriors are favored, and I think we said yesterday probably 20% chance the Kings win. Just threw out a number. Let's say the Kings won Game 5, so it's 3-2. Same scenario. It's just the Kings have the advantage. Would you have the same 20% chance that the Kings win?
You're saying if,
why is it swung in a way where a lot of people probably feel like it could be over?
Yeah.
Is it more because the Warriors are playing this game at home, or because they've won 3 in a row?
Well, I would definitely say both of those are factors. But I think when you add in De'Aaron Fox broke his finger and it showed in Game 5.
Okay. But if it was 3-2, somehow, some way, either the Kings won Game 5 or 4, maybe 5 because then they hadn't won in that building.
Yeah.
Do you think Kings fans go, well, this is going 7, or just it's okay if it goes 7 because you have a safety net. You don't have to win tonight.
I think there'd be a lot more confidence. I can tell you right now, the thing that's stopping me from being at all confident, I swear to God, if De'Aaron Fox's finger was not broken,
you'd be way more in.
I wouldn't be saying they're going to win tonight. I would be so much more like, hey, listen, the odds are against them.
Yeah.
But they can 100%, like, look what they did in game 4. Like, I'd be 100% more confident. That's the one thing stopping me is I'm saying I can say whatever I want. The finger's still broken.
Yeah.
It showed in game 5. I don't know how you overcome.
Yeah, because watching 5 games of this now, I mean, honestly, it seems razor thin to me.
It does.
I mean, it really does. Now, the Warriors have a 3-2 advantage and the advantage of being at home to close it out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not sitting here going, they're dramatically better than the Kings.
Every game this series, including the game 3 blowout where they were were they down 8-10 going into the fourth quarter, something like that, was gettable. But the other 4 games of the series have been razor tight. Again, my brain, if you had a gun to my head and you forced me to bet on this game, I would tell you that Kings being 7.5 point underdogs is low. I would say they're probably going to get the brakes blown off tonight. That's the brain says that. Fox's finger, the Warriors have figured this out. They've won 3 in a row. They're 35-8 at home. That crowd's going to want them to close it out. All the playoff experience.
Yeah.
Kings' backs are against the wall. It's an elimination game for the Kings. All the pressure is now, like, all of the intangibles. All of the intangible pressures and tangible pressures, they're all on Sacramento, the team with no playoff experience.
Yeah.
Everything is lined up here for the Warriors to beat the brakes off the Kings tonight and close out the series. And that to me is the most likely option. But I'm not entirely sure that the second most likely option isn't that the Kings eke out a victory. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's either going to be, maybe I'm wrong, but it's either going to be the Warriors just slap them around and series over and Monday we're doing postmortem, or it's a wonderful game and the Kings eke out a win. I don't really know if there's going to be one of those back and forth. I don't know, man. There's a lot of different ways it can go, but the chips are certainly stacked against Sacramento tonight, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about De'Aaron Fox. We spoke about him going 0-6 and with 2 turnovers in the fourth quarter of game 5. Here's what he had to say.
Playing the team multiple times, they make adjustments. I think at times I had good looks that just didn't go in, but I mean, I think they played a good game. Defensively, they got their hands on a lot of balls, a lot of deflections, block shots. I think they did a good job in the second half defensively.
To be clear, I'm not calling De'Aaron Fox a liar, which is always a fun way to. I hope to God that's the case. That I hope De'Aaron just had the worst fourth quarter of the year.
Right.
He just happened to whatever. By the way, you can miss shots and not choke. They just might not go in. It doesn't have to mean a choke. God, I hope that's the case, because if that's the case, then let's go. But I don't think that's the case. I think De'Aaron doesn't want to make any excuses. And I feel like the finger bothered him because you saw him repeatedly shaking the finger, and then he went 0-6 in the fourth quarter, which he does not ever do. But I hope he's right. I hope that's truly what happened. I hope the Warriors got some sort of defensive thing going, and his shots, because he did have decent looks, they just weren't falling. Okay, I hope you're right, but I don't know that I'm not buying that one. We'll take a break when we come back. A lot of stuff to get to, what to watch today, tonight as well. We'll get to celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies, because remember, Friday Fun and Games, perhaps the last Friday Fun and Games of the Sacramento Kings basketball season. Yeah, it's all on the line. This time it's for real. Oh, and we got pit passes to Country in the Park. We'll do all that next.
Are you ready to hear this on Sactown Sports?
Handoff McCaffrey. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Or how about this?
Feel super, baby! The 5-time Super Bowl champions, and they're looking for number 6.
Catch every Niners game during the 2023 season
On your home for the 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Friday forecast starts out comfortably into the afternoon. Bright sunshine expected today, running a little warmer as highs will peak in the lower to mid 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Plumbing, electrical, heating and air, everything that makes your home your home. With Bonnie, you sure got that covered. And right now, get your air conditioner tuned up for just $79. Originally $129. Bonnie.com.
The folks at M&S Auto know that inflation is tough on everybody. If you need an excellent, gently used car or truck, M&S has hundreds of vehicles on the lot on El Camino, just off the Cap City Freeway. M&S customers get great deals and they save thousands. Get a great deal now on super clean 4x4s, including Tacomas, Silverados, and Jeeps, and muscle cars, Challengers, Teslas, Mustangs, and even the occasional McLaren. M&S Auto, msautogroup.com.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Let Shane and his team at bridgehavenhomes.com take that stress away. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go, so I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partner with Beacon. With the new Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. It's like having my Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through June, purchase through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Beacon, always building.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
ACR Solar and Home Services is here to help you, just like they helped me. Jason Ross here, and ACR did a great job for my family, bringing their impeccable reputation and great workmanship to keep my family covered with a brand new roof. Now we're comfortable and dry during Sacramento's rainy season, knowing our home's structural integrity is protected. Our value is increased, and the home itself, well, it's looking and functioning at its best. The proof, it's in our roof. Now, you could get this same quality experience with ACR Solar and Home Services. Just go to acrsolar.com now to sign up for a free estimate and see all that they have to offer, not only to protect your home and family during the cold and wet Sacramento weather, but also including premium made in the USA solar electric systems. That's acrsolar.com. ACR Solar and Home Services is bringing us all the highest quality, highest value, and integrity since 1979. Go to acrsolar.com. That's acrsolar.com.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports Headlines. I'm Jay Mars. It's a big Game 6 tonight for the Sacramento Kings as they head down to San Francisco to take on the Warriors. A loss and their season is done, but a win would bring the series back for a decisive Game 7 at Golden One Center on Sunday. Our coverage begins with game night at 3:30, followed by tip-off at 5 with the G-Man right here on Sactown Sports. The first round of the NFL Draft concluded yesterday with Alabama quarterback Bryce Young going #1 to the Carolina Panthers. The San Francisco 49ers did not have a pick in round 1. They'll make their first pick today in round 3. And in other NFL notes, Lamar Jackson finally got the bag.
For the next 5 years, it's a lot of flock going on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to light up M&T for the next 5 years, man. Let's get it.
You can read more about Jackson's new deal and also whether or not the 49ers have been having trade talks around quarterback Trey Lance right now at SactownSports.com. And as a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Game 6 tonight. Will it be the final game of the Sacramento Kings 2022-23 season? Or will it be one of the greatest memories for Kings fans in history, forcing a Sunday Game 7? Kind of put your weekend plans on hold a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I would not mind having my weekend completely blown up by having a Sunday Game 7. You know what I don't want to do, Jason, is I don't want to watch other stupid basketball
Right, exactly.
over the weekend.
Just lock in on the Kings and hopefully more games to come.
AC, good morning.
Hey, gentlemen, I have a strategy for the game tonight.
Oh, I can't wait.
Get every official a stopwatch and have them time how long freaking Goonie stays in the lane. It's freaking ridiculous.
I want to, I want someone. There's so many talented video guys here in town that cover or love the Kings. I would actually really like to see somebody do a deep dive on Looney, because I've heard this a lot and honestly haven't really looked for it. But Looney camping out in the key in defensive 3 seconds. Are the refs is it just a giant conspiracy and they're missing these obviously every single game, or are we missing a nuance that is making it that he's not breaking a rule?
Remember the good old days when coaches like Don Nelson used to try to disguise zone defenses and stuff? It's like, hey, it's a lot easier to guard Sabonis when you stay in one place. It's just factual. Yeah. So anyway, it'd be really nice to see them do something. And by the way, we need to investigate Tony Brothers' relationship with Draymond Green, because
he didn't like the high five.
Little too chummy. And you know what? Guess what happens? Are you familiar with the makeup call phenomenon? It's like right after they get that call, then all of a sudden the Warriors get a call against us. It's like, that's way too coincidental. Sorry.
Thanks, AC.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't go refs. I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum if they want to, I honestly think the refs have, with exceptions, that happens in every game, they've been fine. There was a last 2-minute report that Steph double dribbled.
Right.
Didn't they? But I think they also missed 2 Kings calls, right? Harrison Barnes and something else.
Yeah.
But we only hold on to the Kings part of it.
Yeah, well, the one that was funny to me was Game 4. The only thing that was in the last 2-minute report, they said that Draymond had fouled De'Aaron Fox in the last 40 seconds, and people are like, well, in a 1-point game.
Right.
I said, well, if we go back and rewind it, if the foul happened, Fox doesn't shoot the 3. So maybe he gets 2 free throws, and you don't know how the game goes, but Fox actually shot a 3 after that, made it, and pulled the team within 1. So who knows?
Hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
All right, what to watch tonight?
There's only one thing to watch and follow or listen to.
That is the second round of the NFL draft, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Where will Will Levis go?
I mean, just the drama.
Oh, I hope it's over by the time the Kings game starts. Because I don't know.
Just stay locked in on the draft. I'm sure the Kings won't even capture your imagination.
Maybe just watch on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah, screw that. 5 o'clock. Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors, Chase Center. Of course, that is what to watch. And then after that, I can think of nothing more fun, by the way, if the Kings lose than switching over to Grizzlies Lakers.
Yeah. Maybe pass on that one if that happens.
There's also baseball, Reds and A's.
Yeah, woohoo!
And then, by the way, tomorrow, Mexico City, Giants, Padres.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Will be really interesting to see how many home runs are hit in that game, because I don't think there's ever been baseball played at a higher elevation. Mexico City is up there. A lot of people don't put that together with Mexico City. It's higher than Tahoe. I mean, it is up there.
Elevation sensation.
Yes.
Homage to Tim Roy.
That is an homage to Tim Roy. That thing is gonna fly. And by that I mean I'm talking about, the baseball.
Yeah.
Celebrity birthday time.
Brought to you by Crumble Cookies.
Yeah, Crumble Cookies. Yum, yum, yum. Celebrate a Game 6 win. Crumble Cookies. Yeah.
You gotta stop doing that.
Why? You don't yell at Whitey because his are good.
Because his are good.
See, I knew he was going to say that.
Is it wrong?
No.
Then shut up.
Ours are exactly the same good.
Ours are going to lose us the sponsor.
What are you talking about? They called me the other day, and they actually said, we love your on-the-spot jingles.
Oh, did they?
No.
Yeah. We want you to sing for us in all our commercials.
All of them.
Yeah.
That would be, oh, my God, that would be so hilarious if I got to do their jingles just to stuff it in Jay's face. Yeah, guess what? National Crumble spokesman. Me, Michael Buffer. Do we have the song, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not playing. Oh, I know why.
Did Nate text you?
Yes.
Yeah, is that why?
100%. Have an update on that.
Yeah.
He texted me about 40 minutes later. Oops. I never checked the producer's thread.
Well, you know what, Nate? Maybe you should.
He also goes, I guess I could have just looked at the rundown since I have access to it.
In case you were wondering, by the way, Denver, where Coors Field is, their elevation is 5,279.
And that's a mile high.
It is a mile high. Lake Tahoe, just to give you kind of something to compare it to, 6,724.
That's more than a mile high.
Denver was 5,279. Mexico City, 7,349 feet in the air. Yeah, dude, that ball is jamming. So, back to you, Jason. Jamming.
All right, happy birthday on this April 28th. Let's say happy birthday to Jessica Alba.
Oh, Alba, sure. She's a very pretty young lady, but not that young because she is 44.
I was going to say 45.
42. Carmichael Dave with the win.
Yeah. Whoops. Let's go.
Happy birthday to Penelope Cruz.
Ah.
Tom's sister.
Penelope Cruz.
I thought they were married.
They were they? No. Were they? No. But in a movie, right?
I don't think so. Cruise and Cruise?
I feel like there's something there. I don't know why.
I thought okay. Anyways, Penelope Cruz is she is 49.
54.
We have a correct answer.
Oh, Jay got it. It's not.
She is.
Yeah, 54.
49.
Oh, I thought you had it.
Really?
Wow. Let's go, Game 6, baby.
Happy birthday to former talk show host Jay Leno.
Jay Lenz.
Why did you say that with
Never really found Jay Leno funny.
Okay. You know what? He's honestly funnier as like his stand-up than I think he is on the show. Yeah.
What about his Doritos commercials? Remember those?
Those are all right. Jay Leno is.
How old is this garage? Jay Leno's
Jay's 73.
It's like Jay's 71.
We have a correct answer. Jay Leno is 73.
Wow.
What are you doing over there?
You have cheated.
Have I cheated?
You Googled it.
What? No.
You're in that studio with him alone.
You're on fire.
Game 6, baby.
Yes.
We are locked in for Game 6.
All right, let's see if it can continue. Happy birthday to, he's got a great song, and we're going to hear it tonight. I know. Too Short.
Oakland's Too Short.
Yeah.
Todd is his first name.
God, he's got to be 60.
I was going to say 58.
J. Mars, 57.
All right,
Too
see,
Short.
there you go. You're Googling.
Happy birthday to Blake Bortles.
Bortz.
Bortz. He likes Sactown sports. Does Bortz?
Blake Bortles
Unconfirmed.
is, I'm going to say 34.
32.
J. Mars, 31.
Look,
Blake
here's the
Bortles.
comeback.
Happy birthday to everyone's favorite former King, Spencer Hawes.
Spencer Hawes.
Yuck.
Kim Noah. Yeah, right. Spencer Hawes. Spencer Hawes is 36.
That was going to be my answer, so I'll go 35.
You got it. He's lower than
We have a correct
It's
answer.
35.
He is 35. J. Mars.
Nicely
Well done. Happy birthday to one-time All-Star. Kind of a random one, but a one-time All-Star. Chris Kamen.
Oh, from the German national team.
Captain Kamen. Chris,
Spencer Hawes at 35 should still be in the league.
yeah, but, he's not great.
Okay. Back to you.
Chris Kamen is...
Good basketball take. Enjoyed that.
Thank you. Chris Kamen's 48.
He's 40.
No.
Chris Kamen is 41. J. Mars.
Stupid. Yeah, he is.
Happy birthday
48.
to Carmichael Dave's favorite non-giant, Matt Chapman.
Oh.
Matty Chaps.
Chappy.
Matt Chapman is 29.
28.
30. Carmichael Dave.
he's 30?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Happy birthday to Hall of Famer, former Cincinnati Reds shortstop, Barry Larkin.
Well, let's see. Barry Larkin's son.
You're gonna try to go with that math?
Barry Larkin is, I'm going to say he's 59.
That sounds about right. I'll go 57, though.
57, 59. We have a correct answer.
Wow, we've been really on the money today.
Where's that baseball birthday game when we need it?
Barry Larkin is 59.
Nice. Good pull.
And we close out with the pride of, I think it's Carmichael. Not Carmichael Dave, but Carmichael John Daly.
John Daly. Yep, morning Carmichael. By the way, Cruz and Cruz were in Vanilla Sky together.
Okay, I knew there was a connection there.
Thank you, Texter. Well, I don't know if they're, I don't know. John Daly.
Carmichael John Daly.
John Daly is 57.
John Daly is an even 60.
I'm not asking about his lungs. We have a correct answer. Between 60 and 50. What is going on with you guys?
What is going on with us guys?
Because Chris and Whitey are here to distract us so we can really focus in.
Also, game 6.
Yeah.
The correct answer, John Daly. Happy 57th
Damn it! Unbelievable.
I think you passed out in this segment a little bit.
Honestly, you know
Go home, you're drunk.
You know what they say? Like, when you're locked in, you don't even think. I won't even remember this segment tomorrow because I was just so locked in. Wow, that's got to be a personal record. That's a PR.
By far, for both of you.
Yeah.
A lot of correct answers.
We nailed those. Yeah,
jeez.
Hooray for us.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Crumble Cookies. Thank you to all of you for playing along. We'll take a break. When we come back, fun and games on a Friday. Friday, fun and games next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. Spring officially here. And with the long, cold, and rainy winter behind us, I'm sure you're counting the days until summer. But don't wait until it's hot to make sure your air conditioner is working efficiently and, most importantly, safely. Get ahead of the problem with a $49 AC tune-up from American Energy Heat and Air. There's nothing worse than your air conditioner going out when it's hot outside. Get a tune-up today and make sure you and your family are comfortable and cool in your home for the hot summer months that are right around the corner. Give them a call, 916-520-9990, or schedule your appointment online at AmericanEnergyAir.com. Better Business Bureau, A+ rating. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. Easy, convenient payment options, same as cash, low monthly payments through financing partners. What do you need? 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
When they're investigating, we can't stop watching. This month on BritBox, sit back, relax, and enjoy watching the detectives. Discover Britain's most bingeable mysteries, including the brand new season of Grace, the hit series based on the books by best-selling author Peter James. Unwind with the detectives you could watch all night long. Stream them all now exclusively on BritBox. Endlessly intriguing. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
The summer is heating up with some of your favorite country stars at Lake Tahoe Outdoor Arena at Harvey's. Featuring country's biggest stars. Derek Bentley's Gravel and Gold Tour, Friday, August 4th. Sam Hunt's Summer on the Outskirts Tour, Sunday, August 13th. Darius Rucker's Starting Fires Tour, Saturday, August 19th. King Brown's Drunker Dreaming Tour, Thursday, August 31st. And Friday, September 1st. Don't miss these country all-stars plus more. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and ApeConcerts.com.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, the A's have a great story in pitcher Mason Miller. Diagnosed with juvenile diabetes in 2018, he got bigger and stronger, and by the time he made his big league debut on the last homestand against the Cubs, After only 28 2/3 innings in the minor leagues, he threw 15 pitches at 100 miles an hour or faster, topping out at 102.5.
Now batting, Xfinity Internet. It's made to do anything, so you can do anything. Supercharge your home with incredibly fast and powerful supersonic Wi-Fi. With 3 times more bandwidth, it covers all the bases and then some. And strike out billions of threats with advanced security that helps keep you safe at home and on the go. If you're keeping score, that's internet that does it all. That's unbeatable internet from Xfinity, proud partner of the Oakland Athletics. Restrictions apply, not available in all areas.
Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than freshly baked and home-delivered crumble cookies.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, welcome back. And we are joined by Chris Watkins and Whitey Gleason, who will take the baton.
Let's go!
So we do a 4-person, well, 5-person with Jake Cross roundtable thingy-dingy. Whitey Gleason, you mentioned before, because we have Friday Fun and Games. This is that time, but you have gifts. Gifts for...
I do. Just as a way of trying to generate some positive energy, right frame of mind, and let's go. I have gifts for each of you. First, I have for J. Ross, I have a Davion Mitchell NBA Prism rookie card.
Yes. Wow.
Really? From my personal collection. This may be the nicest card of the bunch, although it's going to make you, this is for J. Mars. This is a Clayton Kershaw.
Oh, wow.
Die cut hologram something. That's
wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We got Clayton.
For my good friend Chris Watkins, who's been, he's been really patient with the last couple weeks.
Patient.
I understand this is your favorite player, so this is a vintage Tim Duncan holograph.
Wow.
That's incredible. And I'm not even sure what year that's from, but
that's well done.
It's a nice card. And then Dave, I don't know. This is embarrassing because I guess I was in a hurry. Beautiful. This is a spacer. I meant to get this. I don't know what happened.
Those are rare.
Let me put it on the monitor for Nick.
No.
Well, actually, I know that's your guy, so I got you
look at that.
Run our test.
Look at tiny little Ron.
He's cute. Before he was meta. So there you go.
Thank you, Whitey.
Thank you. This has been a ton of fun, and here we go, and good luck.
This was right around where you played at Circuit City. Remember that for a job?
Did he get the job?
No, that's why they closed.
Yeah, I think that's why he played basketball. Friday Fun. Thank you again, Whitey.
Oh, you're welcome.
Seriously.
Friday Fun and Games starts right now. Jason Ross.
Yes, here we go. I wanted to play this game. We haven't done it in a while, but I really wanted to do that because Whitey Gleason was here. As a music background. We've played this game before. It's called Hit the Post with a sports twist.
Oh, you're stealing this from Simone in the afternoon show.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Was that?
Okay. That's
I got you.
So you guys will understand how it goes. Carmichael Dave, you're going to lead us off.
I am.
Jay, you have the music. So we're going to play song number 1. Dave, and we're going to give you a sports theme that you're going to try to hit the post before the song starts. And if you fail, you fail.
Yeah.
So we're friends. Happens. We're having fun. So, Dave, you were going to talk about Kevin Herter's breakout shooting game in Game 6 to Huey Lewis's Heart of Rock and Roll. Let's go.
Song number 1, you said?
Yep, song 1.
All right.
Here we go.
Sactown Sports 1140. Game 6 tonight. Tip-off just after 5 o'clock. And I'll tell you guys something here. We need to focus on Red Velvet. You guys know him, of course, as Kevin Herter. He's had a struggle. Let's just say he's had a struggle so far. 3 of 21 through the first 4 games, broke out a little bit. Not a lot of minutes in that game. But tonight, he's going for 30, 100%.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I had to search for that. That was...
You got the game?
No, I don't understand. I do not understand this
you
at all.
gotta say it as DJ. You guys explain how this works, right?
That was well done. I think there's actually I think there's different versions of that where there's like a longer intro.
There is. That's exactly right.
Tricky.
So you had to kind of, because there's 2 different versions.
Like DJs will lead up. They don't want to step on the words. Dave hit it right before.
They call it the post. There's also different posts.
That's true.
Yeah,
you could have a vocal post, a musical post.
Yeah, you're trying to talk right.
So we'll see how it goes.
Very much like to opt out.
Basically, Chris, just talk until you think the words are going to start.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll see if you know the song. When it's your turn, you're not up yet. You'll get to
Okay.
hear another example.
Okay.
Jay Mars, you go number 2.
Okay.
Your topic is about, yeah, you go number 2.
Yeah, we all know that.
Jay Mars, let's discuss De'Aaron Fox's injured finger to Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. Go.
Hey, it's the Sporty 1140 Jam and Jay on your radio up until 10 a.m. And I got a little bone to pick. Yeah, it's a broken bone right in the fingertip. Our guy, De'Aaron Fox. Those nasty Warriors slapped that finger, and they're trying to cheat to get themselves a Game 6 win tonight, but it's not going to happen in San Francisco. Oh, no, that's right. Sacramento is showing out. We're going to bring the Tower Bridge with us. We're going to bring all the Farming to Fork with us, and all those Kings fans and cowbells, bring it.
Yo!
Wow.
And,
that was good.
And as Whitey would say,
multiple posts.
Jay elected to go for the vocal post. I think in most cases you'd go for that instrumental post right before.
No, every great narcissistic DJ goes for the vocal post to get more of themselves in it.
100%. Yeah. By the way, when you were on the what was the explosion?
The bomb hot.
Thank you.
The explosion.
Jay Mars
on the explosion.
Hey,
I mean,
exploding. Nope,
that was not your. That was not your radio voice.
No, God, no. I'm just trying to do the cheesy radio voice.
Pukey. Very
Yes.
good. Well done.
All right, Whitey Gleason.
What voice would you like me to do it in?
This is
Harry Carey, Mickey Mouse.
your own
that's really
your own
topical.
selection.
Yeah.
Your topic, though, that you're going to lead into your song will be on Keegan's second half disappearance of Game 5, and you're going to do that to Lenny Kravitz's "Are You Going to Go My Way?"
This is Carmichael Dave. I don't know what's happened to Keegan Murray the last game. They really should have. Jason, they should have given him more shots. He had 4 for 5 in the first quarter, then they didn't go back to him. So they need Keegan Murray to play much better tonight. Get him the ball, get him going. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, Chris.
I would still like to opt out.
No, absolutely
I just
not.
don't. I still do not understand
Chris,
the concept.
talk.
I can
Just
do that.
talk
Okay.
until
You think this song is going to start.
Until the words are going to start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to give you this category: tonight's watch party at Golden One Center, atmosphere, that kind of thing, to
Okay.
Jump Around by House of Pain.
Okay.
Go.
Everybody, come on out tonight. Golden One Center. Be there. Be square. As your Sacramento Kings take on the Golden State Warriors. I don't understand.
You're doing so good.
Okay.
No.
What else is happening
from
out there?
Golden One Center. Cattles and Rami will be out there 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Getting your vibes ready.
Oh, you stepped on it.
Oh, see, I don't understand the concept.
okay.
Good. Didn't understand. All right.
You did very
Felt
well.
okay. Felt okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Well,
That was actually.
All right.
All right, round
I
2.
like the voice.
All
I
right.
did too.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's good. Feels like it does have to be a little sticky.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Round 2 for Carmichael Dave, or really your third try. We heard him earlier as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, well, this is something you've been defending, so I think you should be able to explain this one. Sabonis is playing the series. I'd like you to talk about that to TLC's Chasing
Oh
Waterfalls.
gosh.
I'm going to give you a hint. This is a long one.
Yeah. I know, girl. Sactown Sports 1140. Carmichael Dave here. Gonna take you all the way till 10 a.m. It's 9 minutes from now. Let's talk about Domantas Sabonis. He's been having an issue down low, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
And what I'm talking about is, of course, basketball. Part of that's he's been going all around the floor after Steph Curry, after Klay Thompson. He's been chasing them everywhere. Oh, this is not it. Damn it. This is the...
You idiot.
No, but is this the long version?
Yeah.
Because I had it
That
all.
was like a 30-second walk-up.
Chasing it around just like TLC's chasing
Hey, Dave?
waterfalls. I had it all prepped.
Dave? I don't want no scrubs. All right?
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Come on. J. Mars,
Yes, sir.
let's save the day
Yeah,
from the
Jay.
explosion.
Now he did great in the first round.
He did.
Yeah.
Fumble
He did.
there.
Fumble.
Jay did great in the first
Yeah,
round.
can he
so
back
chance
it up?
to grab this thing,
Grab
this
it.
competition by the
Really,
throat.
really make a statement here, and he's going to be talking about Game 6 officiating tonight
Ooh.
to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. Go.
Oh, hold on. Wrong song. Ready?
Yeah.
We are.
Oh, sorry. It didn't play.
Hey,
Jay. Sporty 1140. You know, Game 6 coming up tonight. We know a little something about Game 6 officiating and Game 7 officiating, but let's focus on Game 6. Remember that one time the Kings let the Lakers shoot 40 because they just couldn't find their rhythm down low? They couldn't find their rhythm on defense? Yeah, guys fouling out left and right. That's not going to happen, though, tonight because we don't foul anybody. Domas, no mas. I mean that. No more fouls on the Sporty.
Oh my God.
You got out with the Sporty.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
well
good.
done.
Pretty good.
Leaderboard, right?
Yeah. The top of the leaderboard, Whitey Gleason, though, whichever character he might be, we don't know. You're going to be talking about the Steve Kerr, Mike Brown friendship between coaches to Billy Idol's Rebel Yell. Let's go.
Steve Kerr and Mike Brown, a friendship forged in mutual respect. That's all out the window now. These two have become mortal enemies as the NBA first round Western Conference Series continues. A chess match, more like a food fight. Who'll be throwing the turkey legs tonight? KHTK. Sorry.
That was good.
It's not even KHTK anymore.
The content was good. The content was really good.
The wrong brand.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Last one.
All right. Well, we might have a collaborative at the end. All right. Here we go.
That'd be great.
Let's talk about, with Chris Watkins, the Domantas Sabonis Draymond Green incident from Game 2 to Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling.
Oh, sorry.
What
That was I Got a Feeling.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Stomping on chests. Pulling on legs. A rivalry as old as time.
I don't like you.
Time's pretty old.
It's old.
Kings.
Yeah.
Warriors.
For real.
I got a feeling this one's going 7.
All right. Yeah.
All right. It's about spacing them out.
All right. So here we go. Last one.
That's great.
This is a long intro.
Okay.
A long song, and I'm going to bounce around. So I'm going to shift. So we're going to go the order we just did. Dave to Jay to Whitey to Chris, and Dave, you're back to close it.
Oh, God.
So that's how long it is.
Oh, God.
But it's about a minute something.
Okay.
Hotel California.
Here we go. And it's going to be about how there will be a Game 7. How do we get there?
Oh,
so
man.
Dave, you start us off with a favorite here, our collaborative song. It's Tesla's Love Song.
Oh, boy.
And I'll tell you when to switch, and it goes to Jay. So you go.
Sactown Sports. Game 6 tonight. How many times have the Kings been up against the wall? How many times have the fans been up against the wall? Familiar territory tonight in San Francisco, where once again, your loyalty will be called on.
Jay.
And we are pretty disloyal in these times because, listen, nobody really likes to lose. Am I right? Bandwagon fans in Sacramento, it's always been the narrative, always getting the whistles in every game. Am I right? I know I'm right because I'm a radio DJ.
Whitey.
It's time to believe, but what to believe in? If Michael Keaton is Batman again, miracles can happen. And they will happen tonight at Chase, and there will be a 7th game at the Golden One. Believe in your Kings, and your faith shall be rewarded.
Chris.
Game 7. Golden One Center. Just picture it. 18,000 strong. Pulling all for your Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Mike Brown, bringing this team back to the playoffs.
Dave, close it.
There's no other choice. There's no other way for it to go down. Every single time this city and this fan base has been counted out, they count themselves in. Game 7 will happen. Golden One Center. Feel the roar, baby.
Yeah.
Wow. Well done, everybody.
Good job, team.
Well done. All right. For everybody. We don't have enough time to say whatever. Chris, Whitey, Chris, they take the baton. They'll take you next. Go Kings, light the beam. Light the beam.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
For your everyday vehicle.